Yeah, we find her, that beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say go so, the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, a killing eye. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from your planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. If you touch as a breeze at night, all I really want in my life. Oh yeah, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. Beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look,
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace up with presents and gifts. Call me Santa Claus. I make her heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes.
One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
All right, what's going on? Hello everyone. Welcome.
Aloha.
Aloha. How's everybody doing? Let me make sure audio is good on my end. Oh yeah, we're good. All right, how everybody do? How on a day? We have some work to do today. Let me see. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn on all your notifications. If you can't chat, it's probably because you're not subscribed. You subscribe, and then you wait about 5 minutes, and then you can chat with us live as we do this session. But how are you doing? Welcome back. Okay, today we have what's going on, D-Love. Shout out to you, D-Love. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, D-Love.
All right, we have today's monthly session that I do with my wife, and then we're just gonna have a conversation. You can chime in, you can participate. If you have any questions, you can put a Q next to it and then ask the questions. But I think this is one of the things that's very scarce, which is people having the opportunity to see two perspectives from both genders. Oftentimes you have one gender for the most part on this internet streets. But what's going on, babe? How you doing?
Nothing much.
You made it. Sure, man.
No.
You hit your head?
A little bit. We got so many stuff here.
Yeah. Stuff going on here. I'm gonna need this in a second. All right. Yes. All right. So let's do some house rules now. What's going on, Patricia? Good to see you, Patricia.
Hello. Patricia.
All right.
What's up?
All right. So let's do some house rules. Like I said, hit that like button, share, subscribe. We're gonna have a conversation today. This is today's Lola and Ola is taking over today. So, but usually we're here on this platform. We're live on both platforms right now. So go figure. You would think the algorithm should show it to all 4,000 subscribers, and you're right.
The algorithm is making you work for your money.
They make
Every
you
penny.
work for every attention you get, literally. Okay. So, but I'm here for it. We're here for the long time. That's fine. But shout out to our regular sponsors on Man of Prestige. Shout out to Natu. Shout out to Richie. Shout out to Adesua. Shout out to Film Girl. Tima. Eshewano. Thank you, Tima, for yesterday. Sheo Mama. Gores Corner. D-Love, of course. Shout out to all of you for always supporting the platform. I appreciate you. And yes, we are looking for today's sponsor. Whoever can sponsor today's show, we will celebrate it. We'll celebrate it. Who wants to show today that lower? All right, so we're looking for today's sponsor. That would be highly appreciated if you can. All right, Natu Aide area.
Hi, Natu.
All right, so we just talked about relationships from a self-power, social, art of seduction, attraction, emotional intelligence standpoint. That's where we come from. We kind of like stay away from everything that has to do with victimhood. We empathize, sympathize if you're a victim, but we also want to empower you. We want to put the focus on empowering you and ourselves in the process. All right.
I think we should replace the word victim to survivors. It's more empowering. Not victims. Yeah.
I said we empathize. Yeah. We shouldn't. So we shouldn't like you're supporting me like survivors. I think that's a good point, baby.
That's empowering.
I like it as opposed to victims, right?
Yeah.
All right, I like that. All right, so the free books, just in case you haven't gotten the free books, you can download them for free at, you can either go to getmymarriageback.com if you're on lolaandlola.com, or you can go to loveandprestige.com. You can download this book, okay? This one is brand new. What am I doing?
I don't know. You need help? I could hold one for you.
All right, there you go, right? Yeah. This one is brand new, so you will have access to that. You'll be on the waiting list for it, but this one you can download right away, okay? And you can have access to all these different versions. If you want a hard copy like this, it's also available, paperback, audible.com, all that. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
All right, so you can download those books for free from there. And you can also, if you're looking for counseling coaching, you can also go to counseling99.com. All right. By the way, if you want to talk to me first, make sure it's a fit. You can go to lolaandola.com/discovery. So the reality, at least for now, is that you don't have to spend money before you know if this is for you or not. You can schedule a time with me at lolaandola.com/discovery. You can book a time from there. All right. Can you guys hear us very well? How's everybody doing? Wait till Nat is already sponsoring today's show. She said, Lola, one coffee on me, MOP, such.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
It's like that now. So it's like that now, not to, eh? Okay.
Don't be jealous, okay?
All right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Today we have some topics we want to get into. Let me make sure that we cover everything. I think we cover all the house rules. I think. Yep. I think we did. You can join the WhatsApp group at lolaandola.com/WhatsApp. Or you can send a WhatsApp text message to that phone number, 732-305-8577. All right. Oh, yeah, you can follow her at Lola and Ola on Instagram. She's always posting funny stuff. I always wanted to highlight
something
that.
To make us laugh while learning some lessons.
So if you want, we're all about laughing your way through successful relationships, romantic relationships, and marriage. Right, like yesterday we covered Bovi.
You did. Okay, yeah. I like Bovi.
So, cool. So we're always covering stuff like that. So this is some of the stuff you would. Let me even go ahead and share some of that stuff with you right now. Let's see. I'm going to share the screen with you before we get into today's topic and do some warm up. Do me a favor. We're missing 7 likes already. Please be the seventh person. We only have 6 likes. Be the 7th person to hit that like button, like rush there right now and do that right away so we can ping everybody else into the room. Thank you. All right, so this is the page that she manages this, so you can see all the funny stuff here. Let's see. But this is the page, Lola and Ola on Instagram, so go follow it. Okay. Let me see. What are this one do now?
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, I like to make people laugh.
Wait, I don't know where that music is from. Before they slap us.
No, it's from the TikTok.
No, I know. I seen before they slapped our video today with copyright.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dear. Look at what he's looking at. What is he looking at? Wait. Okay, so let's see.
Deep down inside my liver, I know deep.
Hello guys, I want you all to meet my new girlfriend, Ari.
Hi guys.
Mama.
Hi.
Our wife.
Don't trust Niger boys when they say
Who said she be wife material?
she be wife material. 100 yards.
Out. Only 100 yards.
Oh my fine. Let's get drink from the kitchen. Yeah! 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 What is this?
Don't worry, guys. I'm going to help you guys clean it, okay?
But you know you don't have to clean
They're
it.
looking for me.
Don't worry. Let me do it.
She said, let me do it.
They play.
I'm a young mother.
She said, ta. Your wife will call. Be say. Anyway.
These guys are stupid. But they're funny, you know.
Yeah, they are funny.
Beg.
Yeah. All right, so she posts stuff like that all the time that you can, laugh small. Just always talking about relationship or very, very, very deep mode. It's not that deep. Jesus Christ.
Not supposed
If
to.
I was single today, there's a good chance I would just be like, I don't want marriage anymore. It's not that deep. Jesus.
There are lots of people
They make
saying
it sound
that.
so stressful.
There are lots of people saying that right now.
Like they just, I'd rather just
Be
by
single.
myself. Men and women too. I think the men that are doing that are capping though. Usually, men are naturally want to have a home, have their legacy, procreate. Men have, I think women do too. But with all the history of where we're coming from, a lot of people are opting for, I'd rather be alone than to, So, but yeah. So today we have a couple of topics. I'm going to be asking questions. We'll chop it up. Feel free to answer in the chat. And then she will answer. And then I will try to reserve my answer for lolanola.com. Because I still have to create content around the topic.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll try to do that. But sometimes I have an urge immediately to say something. So I will say it if I do feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, just like we did last time. Yeah. So before we get into that, let's take a quick 30 seconds break. We'll be right back. So go to the yeah, go ahead, babe. Go ahead. All right, so wife wants to shout out Natu really quickly.
Yes.
And she's also the sponsor of today's show so far.
Yes, so I just wanted to shout out Natu because I had ordered something. I said I wanted YSL and she sent me this YSL. I can't really see. Sorry, I have to wear my glasses, guys. My bad.
Oh wow, you have to wear your glasses. Huh?
I'm getting there. We are getting there. Okay.
Hey.
All right. So
we must wear glasses.
Why? Why this guy? YSL Paris. I ordered this from Natu, and she sent me 3 samples. I have to say, I love this YSL so much, and I have not been using it because I have these other 3 ones that she sent to me. And guys, you guys have to
I'll hold them for you.
You guys have to try
before you blind people's ears out.
Really? Am I
there's
loud?
There's a microphone right there.
Hey, I'm sorry. She sent me Roger Amber. Smells really, really good.
I will hold it for you.
Okay. And then she sent me this one called Black Opium. Black Opium I know of, but yeah, it smells so good. And there's this one that I've been using.
Does she want you to tell all these different ones?
Yeah, she sent me this.
Okay,
I have to tell her. I have to tell you what she sent me. And Baccarat, and I have to say, this Baccarat I love so much.
Yeah.
I've been using
And
it.
this
I've not even gotten to using my
What's the
YSL
name
at
of this
all.
one?
This one
YSL?
is YSL Paris. But let me tell you something. Every time I go to work, people literally come in and say, "Oh, I smell Lola. I smell Lola," because they can smell me from afar.
Wow.
So shout out to Natu.
All right,
you
go
guys
support
order
Natu,
from
go support Natu.
Qualisa. Oh, if you are not ordering, you are on a long thing and you're wasting money on perfumes. Oil is the way to go. Okay.
All right. Y'all get it?
Thank
you
you
get it?
so much.
You get it?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
All right. Don't forget about it. So go support Natu. I beg.
Yes, sir.
Home of quality
I have testimonies.
style on Instagram at qualisa.inc, and she puts a number there as well.
Right.
All right. So she said, what is it? What?
She said, "Parara."
Parara imole. Parara.
Mole, rest in peace. So this is crazy.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's discussion. The first question I have for you today: could you stay in a relationship where your husband doesn't trust you, and what would you do? Now, feel free to chime in the chat. I want to see your answers. If you want to add on to the questions, feel free to add on to it. If it's a question, put a Q next to it. But what do you think, babe? Could you stay in a relationship where your husband doesn't trust you?
Trust me, or the husband has trust issues? Because if it's me, then no, I can't stay. But if he has trust issues,
that's not the question I asked you.
I'm just saying. I'm asking.
Could
I'm
you
asking
stay
you
in
back.
a relationship where your husband doesn't trust you?
No, I can't stay because it takes too much energy to have someone to
So
tell
he
you
hasn't
to
come
trust
to
me.
you to say, I have trusted you.
Yeah.
He's just moving like he doesn't trust you.
Yeah, and he's watching me.
If he's able to come to you and say, I don't trust you, at least you know what you're dealing with. Usually, it's like he's watching you.
He's moving mad.
He wants to get in. He's moving mad. He wants to check your phone.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Every other day.
That's too much. It's too much.
You want to smell your pata. You never heard that before?
I've heard that when I was a teenager. Actually, that happened to one auntie I know in my area that used to get beat up by by her spouse.
Really?
And she said he used to do that to her. I didn't believe it, but that thing is real low. Yeah, I can't.
You can't stay in a relationship with. Okay, so the second part of the question: what would you do?
Get the hell out. What do you mean? What would I do? I just told you I can't.
I didn't
stay.
say. I didn't. Oh God.
Hey, I gotta
I didn't
go.
say your boyfriend. I said your husband.
What would I
You're
do?
just gonna get out.
I have to, because let me tell you something. When somebody has serious, deep trust issues,
I didn't say serious deep.
He
I didn't
doesn't
say any
trust
of
me.
that. He doesn't
He's checking
trust
my
you.
phone. He's watching me. You know what? He probably has a tracker on my car. You know,
Right.
they have this Apple Air tags now that you can just put on somebody's car and you're tracking them. Your handbag is being
Right. I
tracked.
never got to that. I was gonna showcase that here.
That is crazy. I can't deal with that. That's too much energy. I can't deal with that at all.
No.
No, I can't. And
Oh
I
my
have to
God.
get out and put myself back on the market. There's how many people in this world now? 8 billion?
So what if you have one child with him already?
Thank God it's just one child.
What if you have 2 children with him already?
I don't think I'll have 2 children with somebody that has that kind of trust issues. I really don't. I feel like you can't pretend. If you have serious problems with trust, there are chances that I could tell from the get-go. Now, if you have trust issues afterwards, maybe
Are you
later
aware
on-
that this is a very, very common thing?
No, it's not that. It's common in terms of. That's why I asked the question: does he have trust issues, or does he just not trust me? So maybe I've done something.
Hold on 1 second. We'll continue a second. I'll play this and continue, baby. Finish your thought.
That's why I asked that: does he have trust issues, or does he not trust me? Maybe there's something I have done to
So
give
a
him
person who doesn't
insecurities.
trust you based off of your assessment, right, and your conclusion, has trust issues. So that's equal.
Excuse me, yeah.
So I'm
Yes.
gonna, I'll take that from you. I'll give you that. Okay, he has trust issues, but he doesn't trust you.
Why doesn't he trust me?
That's the now it's up to me. I'm not your coach or your counselor now. You are dealing with this issue. What would you do is the question.
I'll try to make them feel safe and comfortable and ask questions. What is really going on? I really want to know. But if his issues are so deep that he's tracking me, I can't handle that because I watch a lot of ID.
The issue is deep.
Look, I watch a lot of ID. And a lot of women have been by men that don't trust them. I am not going to put myself in a situation like that.
First of all, we're survivors here. We don't paint picture of worst case scenario. There are people that don't have worst case scenario, but they're dealing with the husband
that
who
doesn't
has
trust
issues.
Well, I'm not dealing with that, so I do
that.
not know how to relate to that. Now, in my humble opinion, I cannot handle somebody that doesn't trust me. We have to work it out. If we can't, if it's
That's
not
why
willing
I'm asking
to go,
to work it apart.
If we can't go to counseling and fix this stuff, and then maybe it's time for people to separate. Why would you be with someone that you can't trust? It's a lot of work and a lot of pressure.
Chia, what's up?
You
what's going
want me to influence them into trusting me, but I'm telling you.
No, I didn't say that.
I said you might want me to. You might want me to do that, but sometimes it's just too much. It's too much.
So you're married. You're a grown woman, a grown adult. You are responsible. All right, I would hope so.
So I should come home and shalaye every day.
What would you do
Why?
if your husband is starting to move like he doesn't trust you?
I will talk to him. I will try to get us help. Do we need counseling? I said that earlier if you were listening. But obviously, I don't know.
You said you would talk to him?
Yes.
I think I was hearing, I think I was triggered. I was hearing.
There you go.
I think I was hearing more like.
You were not paying attention.
I know, I think I was hearing more like he has trust issues. I'm like,
trust
okay.
issues is real. It's just like saying you have insecurities. Everybody has something they're insecure about. There's no perfect human being in this world.
Right.
There's one thing that makes you feel
So he
insecure.
deserves some level of grace.
No, but we said
right?
this person is moving mad. He's already tracking me.
Okay,
Everywhere
I didn't mean
I
mad
go,
like that.
I have to shalaye every time. Oh no,
Okay,
that's
hold
too
on.
much.
We'll come back to it, baby. We'll come back to it. Right?
And we have children growing in that marriage.
Chia said, that thing is not funny. I broke up with someone because of that. I can't handle it at all. It's exhausting.
It is.
Did you break up with a boyfriend or husband because of that? I'm curious. Let me play this video. You sent this to me, right? You sent this to me? Yeah. Let's play this video.
Because her iPhone has alerted her. But the problem is she can't find the device. And Lisa Guerrero reports she's terrified.
Women across America are sounding the alarm. They're posting videos of the shocking moment they say they found Apple AirTag tracking devices secretly planted on their car.
I was notified like 30 minutes ago that an AirTag was following me.
Some find them hidden behind license plates.
I found a little tracking device behind my license plate.
Or inside bumpers.
It's literally right here. AirTag. Bam.
And even attached to the undercarriage.
It's taped to my car. See, I'm playing the sound of the AirTag that's taped to my car.
In Atlanta, a body cam obtained by Inside Edition shows cops finding an AirTag in this woman's gas tank.
I randomly got a notification to my phone saying something about how there is an air tag that doesn't belong to me that's been with me.
Even cops weren't sure what to do next.
This is my first instance of running into something like this, so I honestly don't even know how to go about trying to identify.
Really?
Unbelievably, it's generally not illegal in Georgia and several other states to put a tracker on another person's car.
How shocked were you to discover that you were being tracked?
It scares me to death. I mean, I really feel helpless.
This Atlanta woman says an AirTag followed her every move, from the mall to her house. How does she know? Because Apple created an iPhone safety feature that notifies users when it detects an unknown device following them.
Around you.
But where was it?
She
couldn't find the little AirTag, and she looked everywhere. She figured it had to be in her car. So we took her to an auto shop where a team of technicians combed the vehicle. Even they couldn't find it.
A device this small could really fit anywhere.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are 1,000 places this could go.
This Texas mom says she found an AirTag taped inside her duffel bag.
I think that
Can you
you would
imagine?
have hurt me. I don't think you do that for no
scary.
reason.
She says it tracked her every move from Texas to Maine before she got the Apple notification she was being tracked.
It took 12, 13, 14, almost 14 hours for it to let me know this was happening.
So what should you do if you find a tracking device? Private investigator Eric Eccles says don't go home. You'll just be revealing your address to the stalker.
The first thing you should do is go to a police station. The
go
thing that's
home.
going to happen is anybody who's tracking you is going to know that you went to the police station. So it's going to send a message to them that, hey, that's where you are.
Apple says they take customers.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
She knows she's being followed.
I guess the good part is that Apple tells you that somebody is tracking you.
That
God,
is
it's so
that
creepy.
that is definitely witchcraft right there.
I had to send
How
it
big
to
should you be that?
Yo, guys.
Yeah.
Be careful out there.
So I guess from what they said, you can see it if something like Apple device can see if something is following you. What is that in the location app or something?
I do not know.
It's probably in the settings somewhere. But anyway,
I just know it's somewhere.
that was that's crazy. So you sent it to me. I've been meaning to cover it, but I didn't get to it yet. But it's good that we're talking about it right now. Trust in a relationship, right? So you would talk. What would that conversation look like? Tia said is boyfriend, not husband.
Yeah, but now boyfriend they turn into husband.
If a boyfriend is moving quote unquote mad, then definitely I wouldn't move any further until we address that issue. But so if it's your husband of 16 years, start to act funny.
He's paranoid.
He's paranoid. He's like, where you going? It's like, wait, you said you'll be back 30 minutes. What happened? Right?
I would have to think in my head that this is more than me. Because it can't just be because of me that he's feeling this way. What is going on? We'll have to have a deep conversation about that.
Well, so how would you initiate that conversation? If it was me, what would you
I'll
say?
be like, babe, is everything okay?
Actually, you do that. Not when I don't trust her, but if she senses that something
Like,
is up
babe,
with
is
me.
everything okay? Because which style is this? You've never done this before.
Yeah.
I would want to know what's going on.
I have to see a lot of cases and then say, okay, it's a real thing. And then obviously it's a person operating from a place of fear, right? But I didn't understand it because I barely have time. How much more I'm watching your, even sometimes
Every
you're
move.
coming in an hour late and you're like, oh, yeah, bury me.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
do.
didn't-
I would
like
even
you didn't even
accuse
ask
you.
about me.
Yeah.
So I don't, and that's usually because I'm busy. There's a lot going on. Time is moving so fast. Before I know, it's like, oh yeah, you're right. You're supposed to come in. You said you'll be back. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything is okay. All right, good. All right, you're back. Right? But when you have fear is a form of emotion, right? And if it's overwhelming, the way you see your spouse, the way if you have fear that the worst case scenario might happen, like somebody is blowing the back of your wife out at work.
They already blew the back. I'm just saying, as crazy
At
as
work.
that sounds.
I always say that because they try to say that to scare, because they're trying to project
Well,
that
what are you
fear on
gonna
another
do
person.
to stop it? If they already blew the back,
It's too late already.
It's too late. You have no control.
So when I'm talking to some of these people, they try to project that fear that they have on the other person. So they will use languages like somebody's blowing somebody's wife's back out and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my shit. This is the fear you have of your wife that you haven't even found yet.
You're already how do they say, you are manifesting that into your
Yeah,
relationship.
this is what I mean when I say you attract what you fear the most.
Right,
so even if it's not a real thing happening yet, your brain is already playing it out.
Yes.
So you're suffering from it already.
Right, and that
That's
poor
all it
person
takes
is going to suffer from it because
Oh
now
yeah,
they're-
if you're unfortunate enough to find a person like that as a husband, it's going to be strong. But let's go back a little bit. There could be just regular, I don't want to call it regular, but just trust. a lot of people deal with this, even at mild levels, which is just as dangerous, right?
Right.
Because they will be in that funk for a long time. It's just him that has trust issues, or it could be you that have the trust issues. You feel like somebody is monitoring you. There are women
monitoring spirit. That's real.
There are women who have been monitored like that in the past, so they're paranoid when they smell anything close to it. Right. So they don't. It's red flag as far as they're concerned. They don't want to deal with that because they dealt with the worst of it in the past. So they might run away from that before you know it. So that's why I wanted to address it. But I think it's a trust. It's a major issue in romantic relationships today.
It is.
And for the most part, it's not the extreme where somebody is smelling your pata. Sometimes it's it can even show up in the form of argument, like privacy or secrecy, right? Privacy or secrecy, like why are you like, I need my privacy, I need to breathe. They're like, oh, you're keeping secrets, right? And in this conversation now, nothing good is going to come out of it if they keep approaching it that way, right? So it goes back to, very subtle. It tends to happen in very subtle, very subtle level, where, but it is what it is. It's trust issues, and a relationship cannot thrive because the, what was the original question? Let me see. Before I get into the the original question was, could you stay, and what would you do about it? I think open, honest communication is always key. But I always like to add on to open and honest communication. Let people know that means you're listening for the most part. You understand that if you're the one that's detecting the problem first, problem is a good thing. That's an opportunity, right? To most people, problem is problem. They run from it. Right?
Yeah, because I guess we forget that even God told us that we will have some challenges.
Right.
We just like things to be smooth for the most part, and when we see the
and
challenge,
like,
pressure, tiwa. Oh
pressure.
my God. You want to run for your life.
Yes,
everything I do, I will. Pressure tiwa.
So problems are a good thing. Patricia, where are you? I know you're in there somewhere. Problem is a good thing.
Right.
Problem is how we ended up in a civilized world, because some people kept engaging problem. Like, wow, it's an opportunity. They solve that problem. The solution creates a new type of problem, and that's how they advance society.
Those are the fight kind of people. We have the fight people, and we have the flight.
Right. So if we end up with a flight person, they're just trying to run from any visual of
they're smelly problem. They're out.
They're out, you know. But I told him that he needs to go to therapy to address that trust issue. Yeah, so there are some people that will say that, and actually it's just your problem that you could have just handled a little bit better. It could be a serious situation where you shouldn't engage. I don't think you should be anybody's therapist. You shouldn't be anybody's coach either. You should be in it to enjoy the romantic relationship, not to endure it. Right? So if you're feeling that way, you did the right thing. But I want you to also pay attention. It could be something that he needed you to soothe his feeling. We learned that, remember, from the late Reverend Deborah, right?
Yeah.
It might be a situation where he has a little anxiety, and he just needed to hear you say, babe, trust me, I got you.
But I feel like, if it's something like that,
mild,
you
like
would
that,
also know, because this guy is not like this.
Maybe you don't know, maybe because you're traumatized from your previous relationship.
Okay, for those people who are
right.
Okay,
so it's a spectrum, right? It's usually not the extreme of either side, somewhere in between, right? So if it's somewhere where you're still you notice it, right, and you're like, babe, you can trust me. Yeah, anything that's bothering you, want to have a conversation. If you can find yourself to have that kind of, it goes a long way, because that might be all he needs to hear. Like, oh shit, I've been moving mad, right? Or he might just double down on his behavior, and at that point, then you definitely should send him to go and seek help.
And what if he's a coconut head? Because
I just said that.
A bunch of men.
If he's coconut head, he needs to go and seek help,
because their pride will not let them listen.
You're not his therapist.
Right.
You're not his counselor.
And
you have a pastor. They can go to a pastor if they need.
I'm not Captain Seveho. Okay.
So
gotta go see the.
Let me see. He wasn't traumatized from TSA. Wasn't traumatized from the past of catching his woman.
He was traumatized.
Oh, he was. Okay. See, he needs to seek help. From catching his woman on the bed with someone. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do a number on him. I told him that he cannot punish me from his past because
That's
I'm
right.
not punishing him from the past, as I was also cheated on. Yeah, that's the thing. Like sometimes people that were cheated on, they find each other and they can't. Not you, obviously, Chinye, but I'm just saying in general. You know, they feel like we found each other. We're not cheaters, and they think, oh, it must be, voila. You know, happily ever after. I found somebody who is not a cheater. They cheated on you too. Me too. We found each other.
What about the real cheaters?
Huh?
What about the cheaters? The
The
ones that
cheaters?
cheated on their spouses. They also find each other.
Those ones are already together.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, those ones are together. They left their spouses. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Right. So, but the ones that were not cheaters, they think they figure it all out. That's all it is. I keep telling people that this thing is, the cheating thing is not the issue.
I feel
really.
like if you've been cheated on, you definitely need to go seek some healing first.
Right.
But most times, as human beings, we just jump into another relationship
Right.
and expect that relationship to suit us.
Yes. Because again we tend to assume very quick fixes type of maybe scientific
Quick fix.
solution, because if you just like the one I just described, if all I have to do is find a person who is not a cheater, then problem solved. That's oversimplification. It doesn't work like that. Okay, it doesn't work like that. If it was just all moral based, like right or wrong, then it will work like that. It will make sense, right?
Right.
All I have to do is find a non-cheater. But no, it's not that simple. There is a part of it. There's law of attraction in all of this. How did
Yes,
you
so
attract this person in the
there's
first
law of
place? What was it
attraction.
about you that attracted that other person? So you want to flip all the way from that angle to the other end, and you think that's the solution. No, that's never the solution. The sweet spot is always somewhere in between. I had a boyfriend. Life with Natu says I had a boyfriend who was monitoring me like I just could not keep up.
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's too much. It's not worth it. You're missing out on the whole point, essence of
You'll be
romantic relationship.
shalaying every day. It's exhausting.
With no evidence. Imagine that, right? You tired.
Please, because no evidence.
You just be tired though.
You'll be drained.
I'm kind of lost on this question because I'm 50-50. Yes, D-Love, tell us. I would want to help, but the lack of trust may make me run. Yeah, so it just depends on the situation, right? So, as always, I also strive to defense. You know that. It depends. That's what everybody is scared of. That answer, it depends, right? But if I was to generalize small, if it's a conversation, just pay attention, active listening. Babe, you can trust me. What's going on? You have something you want to share with me? You can start like that, very lightheaded, and listen actively without holding yourself that you have to have an answer. You don't have to have an answer right now, right? You just want to hear where it's coming from with that, right? You might even get lost in the conversation. It might become a banter. It might become something. You might just loosen up a little bit after that, just because, because sometimes a man might be on the edge just because you're moody and you're kind of like, and then you don't even know what he's paying attention to or what is consuming his brain. And now it looks like he's just hugging all over you. So if you just stay calm always, as much as possible, this is not something that's sustainable for most of you ladies if you have to do that all the time. That's the extreme, right?
Yeah.
If you have to do this all the time, that's not sustainable.
Cuddle a man. Yeah, I know his mother. I can't.
So you're
That's too much.
and you're the woman in
Who's gonna cuddle me?
2023, So it depends. If you notice that it's if you have to do this second, third time, it should seek help, which is not a bad thing. Like, okay, there's a problem, let's address it, right? But I wouldn't run away from the marriage just because.
No, it has to be really bad for me to run away from the marriage. But
it has to be repetitive.
Yeah. It's not easy. If somebody is a jealous person, do you know how hard it is for that person not to be jealous?
Yeah.
Like, they're always jealous. You have to explain yourself all the time. Yeah, even you're transparent with them. There's still something telling them that you're hiding something.
You have to explain yourself with no evidence all the time.
No. That's too much. I'm sorry.
You go shalaye tired.
Come on.
Chinye says, no, it wasn't Mao though. I feel you. I hear you. I can call in to elaborate a
Please.
bit. Oh, you want to call in to elaborate? Let's see.
Paste the link in there.
We got 4 more topics to cover, so
come on, share,
I'll drop the
Jerry.
link. Let's see. That sounds like trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. Yep.
Nobody got time for that.
I found a cheetah. I found a non-cheetah. Hey, happily ever after. No time for time, Biko. On your coffee break, what's going on? Good to see you. Did you see the session I did with your testimonial? I released a video of your testimonial in the comment. Nice. Lack of trust may be because of unresolved issues between the two or previous. Yes, precisely. Yep.
And that's why I always, when men complain, oh, my wife does not trust me, I always want to ask, what did you do?
Wait, how come we didn't ask?
What did you do?
Wait, gotcha. I have a gotcha moment here. Wait. I have a gotcha moment here.
You do not have a, because when you asked this question initially, what did I say? I said, does he have trust issues, or is it something that I did?
Did you say that?
Yeah, babe, you're not paying attention.
Okay. Did she say that? Did she say that?
I did now.
No, you guys will say she said that anyway.
I told you, I just supported
They will support you by default.
Yeah, right. I said it, go and rewatch it.
Okay.
I did.
All right, if you said that, okay.
I did. Because I always like to ask, what did you do? Because men always, oh, my wife is just... Look. No. Okay. I don't believe anyone was born crazy. There has to be something that happened. Now, it could be from their childhood. It could be from...
No one was born crazy unless it's a man who has trust issues, right?
No. You're the one generalizing right now.
No. I was being sarcastic. Say yes or no.
I said no one was born crazy.
Abba, you lie.
Always a story behind it. So I like to know more when people come and tell me their wife is this, is
all
that.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go on to the next session. Good one. All right. So we'll be right back. All right, so I have a question for you, babe. What would you do if your husband seems sad and depressed?
Oh my God, that is so scary.
Yeah,
it is. Because every time when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I do my prayer in my shower. I'm not the kneel down kind of person.
We pray at night as a family.
Yeah, we pray at night as a family, but when I'm showering, I like to talk to God on my own. And one of the things I pray for is that, God, help me protect my husband. Give him strength, give him wisdom, because when your partner is sad and depressed,
right,
it means that in that moment, that will shake your world, especially as a man. When man is depressed, all that is going to fall on the woman's back. He might not be able to walk anymore. He might not even want to be here.
Right.
So it's a lot.
Now, depression obviously comes in all kind of various forms.
It does.
Right? You're talking about one of the extremes now. People can be depressed and not necessarily know it just because of life circumstances.
They keep going.
It's kind of mild,
keep going.
but you notice that it tends to be sad from time to time, right?
So
let's use the word sad.
I'll be very worried, and I want to get him help. Like immediately, because especially I know that's not the husband I married. There's a lot going on. I would want to be there for him. Of course I have to be there for you, God forbid, but if it happens, I'll be there for you. I would listen more. I'll be empathetic, see how I can help, but most importantly, I want to get you help.
All right,
like
we're gonna get back
professional
to that.
help.
Let me take care of Chinye real quick. Chinye,
hey.
Good evening, my people. Can you all hear me?
Oh my God.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you loud and clear.
How are you?
Lala.
Hi, Chie. I love this picture. Oh my God.
Thank you.
You're such a babe.
That was my little 2 years ago, my 40th photo shoot. thing.
Wow, nice.
Oh, so you guys are the same age.
Oh my God, we're both 42. That's awesome.
Nice.
So, my people.
Yeah.
This one, now one chance where I enter.
One chance.
So, like I've never experienced anything like that, and I'm such a, a happy-go-jolly person. Like I'm really open. Like I'm used to being free with someone. We talk all kinds of stuff. But like this type of person, what will happen is you guys will be having a conversation. You wouldn't know that he picked something, and he will go and he will cook a soup with it. Will turn it up and down, inside out. Elaborate on it, think about it very, very well, and maybe like a month later, the thing the soup go surface, and and then he would ask him, and I'm like, what? Hold on, wait, like, oh my god, it used to drive me nuts. Like I would sometimes I would like completely go off, and then so I'll give an example, not one that he thought about and brought back, but one example that really really threw me off was I was taking a class around this time, and I was going to the location to late at night, but I was going to the location to meet up with another lady so that we can study. This was like at the time, I think it was the AWS, Amazon AWS or whatever. So I was on the phone with them. Like, oh yeah, I'm on my way to meet up with someone to take class. I mean to go over some stuff for the class. So I thought I was talking to a human being, my people. So so we're like, okay, blah, blah. So we get to the class, and I was, talking to the girl, trying to figure things out. So later on, this person called me back, and I was like, why did you lie to me? Why did you go to, such and such? Like my hands started shaking because I'm the type of person that I'm very, very truthful to the core. Like, I know I be lie. That's not my style. So like, so my hands started shaking. I was like, what? I was like, wow, how dare you? So what I did was, I just put the call in video. It's like he was like, no, 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 you don't have to. I said, no, you have to, because you're already assuming that I'm doing something I'm not supposed to. I was like, I don't have any, like, I'm too old for this. Like, I can't lie. If I'm going to go dance to party, because I love to dance, I'll tell him, oh, I'm going to go dance. I don't have any reason to lie and say, oh, I'm going to go meet. I'm taking the class. I don't even have time. I have children. So this time that I took out to go to class, to go over some things, that's what that is. So, when I did the video call so he can see the class and see he was like, no, you didn't have to. I'm like, yes, I have to. So it's like I gave him grief about that. Now, there was another situation altogether whereby, at the time I was going through my separation, divorce, or whatever. So a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine who went through it before, was just giving me advice, trying to cheer me up. And she basically told me, hey, do things that make you happy, even if it's like painting your nails. Those silly things that women like to do. If you like to paint your nails, just do that. If you like flowers, you can even buy yourself. I was like, oh my goodness, I love flowers. So that's what I said. So after that conversation that day, the next day she ordered flowers and sent them to my house. So I thought that was like the sweetest thing ever. So I came home from work and I saw those flowers and it really touched me. I was so happy to see those flowers. So here I am calling him all excited. Oh my God, this is what my friend did. That's really, really nice of her to do something like that. Almost. Do you know that maybe a week or two later, maybe or 3 later, that joint came back up. And the way he slid that thing in, oh my God, I went off. The way he slid it in, it was like, oh, I've encountered some, I've I've dated some such and such, and they were friends with Nigerian girls, and I came across and found out that there were like a lot of Nigerian girls that are lesbians. Where is this thing going to? And then he landed properly. He then landed and said, oh, that flower that you got, oh my God. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. you always tell me that you have this friend who always keeps coming over there, who even is making funny moves, and we're like suspecting, okay, what's going on with this guy? Always coming over, helping you with cooking, inviting you over to their place, and blah blah blah. I don't have that kind of situation, and I haven't accused you of anything. I just expressed to you a friend of mine who's advising me, looking out for me. I was like, anybody can give you a flower. You can, your job can send you a flower to say happy birthday to you. You can have an event. Somebody can send you a flower to say thank you. It doesn't have to be a romantically charged situation.
Right, exactly.
So then I started wondering. I'm like,
It could,
listen,
it could even be somebody pass away. It could be get well soon. It could be.
anything. I was like, okay, if you keep doing this thing, like I'm letting you know, I said, you see how I'm telling you this thing and you think it's play. If you continue with this thing, I will leave your ass. Like, I don't have the time for this because I'm a very carefree person. I don't want to be tiptoeing around you, thinking, analyzing something. Oh, if I bring this up, will this be used against me later?
Against
So there was
you,
like there were
yeah.
other, like every 2 months something was surfacing. So what finally broke the camel's back was a situation that happened where this is really crazy. So it was like around that New Year's time. No, I think it was around Super Bowl time, and he had some friends that came from Philly, and stuff like that. And some other people came. They were all in his apartment. So his friend went next door to his next door neighbor. I went to the room to his room to put my purse there. Where his couch is positioned where you can see the door, like across the hall, right? So I was in the room putting my purse away so I could come back out. So his friend, he told his friend, "Oh, Chichi is there." So I was like, "Oh," the friend was all excited and came to the room. So he already had a few drinks, so maybe he wasn't thinking properly. He came to the room and closed the door instead of leaving the door open.
Voila.
So me knowing that I'm dealing with a paranoid person, I thought my came out, before anything. So like it wasn't even up to 2 minutes. I hurried up. The guy came in, he hugged me, nothing very respectful, nothing. So I quickly came out because I already know who I'm dealing with. So another friend of his there, like a bird, evil bird, was chirping, always chirping something in his ear, chirping, chirping, chirping. So because that friend was chirping all these things in his ear, so later on he started giving me wahala with the thing. So I was like, yo, if you say that you're a man, go and talk to your friend because you were there in front of the door. I was in the room. Everything is in your presence. I was in the room putting my purse away. Oh, he could have kissed. Should I stop? Oh, he could have done this. He could have kissed you. He could. I was like, listen, you were there. Like this other demon that is chirping these things in your ear. You should be the one to just cut that off and tell the guy, like, no, I'm here with you. Nothing happened. If you have any issue, you should be with the guy who closed the door. It has nothing to do with me. So I guess later on he did speak to the guy or whatever. Like, so what really, really did my head in was that after that incident, it happened in New Year. Later on, around Valentine's Day, that thing came back again. I was like, okay, I'm done. I
You
broke it
were
off.
drained.
Oh no! Before that, after this one, another thing happened where he said, "Oh, I had a dream where you were talking to someone else." I was like,
Oh
that
no.
your
Not the
dream you had
dream.
is the devil talking to you about that dream." And in that conversation, I told myself, if this man bring up another similar situation again, I'm done. And then the devil so conked his head that he brought that thing up again during Valentine's. So that's when I was like, I'm done, and I was done, done. That was it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. If you have to do that, wow, good examples. If you have to do that over and over, you get exhausted. Yeah, you get exhausted.
Like I can't even breathe for a woman, and I'm a heterosexual, and I can't breathe for a man.
And healthy men can relate with this because as men, we also go through situation where the woman is watching every move, and you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't, and then you've actually given a lot to try to make them feel safer, secure, but it's draining at some point,
And
even
the
for a
thing is
man.
and the thing is that I'm that type of person. I'm like loyal to a fault. Like there were some people that I even blocked because you move wrong. The person was moving wrong, trying to do something. I even showed him like, yo, I blocked such and such. I'm like, I can't be explaining. Like, I can't do that. I said, you cannot punish me for an experience that you had, and I'm not punishing you because I also went through traumatic experience with
Right.
infidelity. So, but I'm
Right.
not punishing you for that. And then he's, busy over here talking about, oh, marriage, you'll be fantasizing about marriage. I'm like, no. If that issue is not addressed, and another main issue, I was telling him, if this trust issue doesn't get addressed and that other one doesn't get addressed, nothing's gonna happen. And he will get mad when I say that. I'm like, that's what it is. I'm like, he's like, okay, what does he have to do? I said, you have to go to therapy. Oh,
Right.
you have to go with me. No, I said, no, you have to go by yourself to address it. Then maybe later on, okay, fine, but this thing that affected you so deeply that you told me about, you have to address it because it's really affected our relationship. And if you continue, and then what I was, sometimes when you're telling someone, your partner, be a man or woman, oh, if you keep doing X, Y, and Z, I'm actually gonna be out. Sometimes I think it's play. Like, nah, the way we get along, nah, you're not going there with you. Yes, I am. You keep doing it. Like, I don't have patience for
Right.
that.
You just have to do enough of it. I
Because
say
I'm
that all the
such a
time.
carefree
Yeah.
person, like to a T. I'm very free. I want to be able to joke around with you, like, oh, that guy is fine, or you can joke around with me and tell me, oh, that lady is fine. Like,
It's not. It's
I'm
so.
that kind of
So
a person.
you say that to some people, they start visualizing your back getting blown out by them.
That's crazy. That's
Listen,
crazy.
people have trauma, man. People have trauma, But thank you, Jerry, so much here for coming to shed some light on that.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Talk soon.
Well, I need to come off,
I'll try.
It's not good, though.
I'll try. Thank you.
Long truth. That's what you're doing us.
Abby, what's I want to do? It's not easy, Jare. You have to take care of yourself in this country.
Don't worry. Let's keep working. We'll find a way to get out here every day. Let's keep working. Let's get those super chats up, right? Maybe we can get out here every day.
I hear you.
All right. Take care, Chia. Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Tima says, hello, everyone. I'm beautiful Lola. I salute you special. Welcome, Tima. Eshewa No. Thank you so much for yesterday. Brother Patrick is here. Good to see you, Brother Patrick.
Hey, Brother Patrick.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Eshewa. All right. So, Chinye, thank you so much for calling in and elaborating on that. That was a real illustrative to the last segment, which is about trust.
Yes.
It will drain.
It's
drain everything. It's like if you have issues, you need to address it. I'm gonna add this to that last segment. If your partner has trust issues, effectively, as long as you're two together, you have trust issues that has to be dealt with. Now, you might say it's their own, but just own it. Own it. If you know you're going to stay in that situation. If you need to leave, then you leave first. But if you're in that situation, it's not just, well, that's your issue, go and deal with it. No, it's not that simple either.
No, because one day it's going to explode.
Yeah,
it doesn't go away.
Exactly. And it might not be a situation where it
might not be pleasant
properly,
okay.
But Apati said, Chinye sounds great. I thought she's AA.
What do you mean she's AA? What's that?
Chinye is not. Chinye, who is African American?
Oh, okay.
Chinye, who's the one that's always teaching us Igbo here? No, Chinye is not. Chinye is not AA.
Chinye is a babe.
But I see how you might say that because of the spelling of her name, because she was trying to pronounce the name to me with text the first time that she came to the platform. Was it here or Auntie B's platform? I'm not sure, but she was like, oh, I think it was here. This is Chinye. She's trying to, because it looks like Chinese. I said Chinese. Chinese.
I trust you.
How do you pronounce this?
To moderate. I trust you to. I trust you to moderate.
Yeah, but we're here. So what we're talking about right now, let's continue with the
sad and depressed.
The sad. My husband. No, not that one. We'll go to that one next. What? No, not that one. This one. What would you do if your husband seems sad and depressed?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about, you know. Yes. So yeah. So your answer was, you said it will affect you a lot.
Yeah,
right?
it would.
Yeah.
It would, because I also lean.
But what would you do?
A lot on my
How
spouse.
would you, if I was the one who is seems sad and depressed? How would you address me?
I want to know what's going on, like, you know, because it's not the
demonstrate
norm.
it now. Yeah, actress.
Like, baby, are you okay? You seem down.
That's how you address it.
Yeah, and I want to hear what you have to say.
I think that would make me already. That would already be relieving if you do that.
because
then I will feel like, oh, you're paying attention, and then it will make me feel because I'm not talking about extreme situation where it's now becoming mental health
issues,
clinical issues. Okay, I'm not talking about that. There are those as well. Right? I'm talking about just the sad part, right? Maybe he lost his job, maybe he's struggling with bills, maybe he's and he didn't know how to. But it will feel quite a lot relieving. Just to know that
just because in that moment you're seeing, you feel like somebody is, you know.
Yep. You're seeing.
Because whatever affects you affects me.
Yep.
I can't just go about and be minding my business when you are down.
Yeah.
That would automatically change my mood. I'll be so worried, you know.
So
we'll have to get you the help. I have to be in there to see how I can help you get better as well. I mean, it's a teamwork.
Yep. It helps. Yeah. And I always try to tell men in general that let me bring Brother Ola and Brother Patrick to the scene here. Brother Ola, Brother Patrick, how are you, sirs?
Yeah, I'm fine, my brother.
All right.
My sister. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
My sister.
Yes, sir.
I'm good, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, it was the topic that you talked about.
Which one?
When your husband is sad.
Yes.
You know, I experienced such a couple of weeks ago. I have to even call somebody.
Oh, wow.
You know, we have the resources at work that when you are going through some issue, you know, it's paid for, you know. Like Ola will say, go and see somebody. This is not seeing a pastor. You know, my conclusion, my conclusion is that, you know, husband and wife should ask about their spouse's work. How are you doing at work? Don't let us limit. Yes. How is work going? You know, my wife, she's a nurse. And you know, she's usually stressed at work.
Yeah.
She works sometimes, she just come and say, honey, yes, they have to mandate me to stay over. So she works 16 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine a woman serving meds.
I know, on their feet.
Hours.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
She goes for her lunch around 2.
My sit for 45 minutes, 40 minutes at most.
Yes. One of my friends' wife told me, she was driving one day. She said, Uncle, I just have to tell you, I've not told my husband. She was driving in the morning, and at the light, she stopped and she slept off.
Yeah, that's real.
She worked in a big hospital. She's an RN. They gave her.
Remember, something like that happened here in Jersey. She was actually pregnant. She lost.
The person died.
She ended up in a bridge.
Yeah, over the water, over the bridge.
So she was pregnant. You know, it took her a lot.
She's given 30 minutes break, but she can't take it because the workload is too much.
Right.
She has to resign for a smaller place anyway. He says it's not about money. She's been an RF from Nigeria, more than 25 years of experience. So it's like it's not all much. So I discovered when I call my wife, how are you doing? I respond like, are we fighting? I'm just calling from, how are you doing? You just, what do you mean, have I done something? Done what? You know I'm going to do it. I said, cool down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it happened to me too. I got a big office with computer, everything. I'm being paid. My job review is 100%. I'm good. But I just get glued to the computer. I get to my job, in the morning. By 9, I'm done.
Yeah, that can eat you up too. Eventually.
That's a burnout.
Burnout is real. Burnout is real now. A lot of people are starting to pay attention to burnout. In fact,
the funniest thing is I can't leave until 3 o'clock. And the people that are on the other side of the cubicle, people will just come and do meeting and they'll be out. I'll be the one, and I'm not used to that. I like walking around, talking to people the way I do here. This thing begins to affect me.
Yeah.
I tell you, I can't believe I will go through that in my life. I can't. I have to call somebody. So it's like, the job I'm even doing, is like I'm doing 10% of what I know. I have an MBA. I'm supposed to be managing people. I'm not just supposed to be sitting on the computer. No. So it really affects me. I see, if me and my boss is talking, I say, can you please just simplify it? Because I'm thinking beyond what you gave me. So I understand the party, please. You say, I understand. You just take it easy. I'm serious. This thing is not joke. It need to affect me. Seriously.
Yeah.
That the woman I spoke to, I said the woman knew me. The woman was just, I said, wow. I said, do you know me? I said, no. I said, no. I'm an expert. I said, oh my God. So can you imagine if I transfer that to the house?
Yes.
It'll be massive.
Yes.
I'll be behaving as if, in fact, it was when I saw the person that I told my wife that you didn't know I saw somebody. He said, what happened? I said, for what? I said, you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't know.
Patrick, to get off our butt and go and seek help sometimes can be some of the hardest thing to do. It can be very difficult because life is always moving. You're thinking about how your life is going to be in the next 1 hour, 2 hours is already budgeted for.
Yep.
So for you to now say, I need to go and talk to someone, which I did 3 months ago or so. For you to do that is a very difficult thing because a part of your brain is telling you got it figured out. It's just a temporary thing. A part of your brain is telling you that you have work to do. Sometimes you're not even aware that you're going through it.
Yep.
Let me round up. Just like a lady, she's a pastor. She's a white lady. She's married to a black guy. My former church. She said she went to see somebody, pastor, about her own issue. She has a master in theology. She's very good. So the pastor just said, "You stink." That's what do you mean I stink? I use my colon. Say you stink. That you have a lot of things on your head that you can't pour out. I tell you. When I talked in my office, they said, Patrick, where are you coming from? How do you know these things? I'm using 5% of it in my present responsibility. So it's affecting me seriously. Can you believe this lady got a job in Michigan from California? She's the head pastor. She has managed a lot. She's right, but when you meet her, you know that this lady is good, even when she ministers. So that was what was affecting me. Like, the job I'm doing, I'm well paid. I never said, no, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I can't get an MBA. I'm supposed to be managing, solving problems. Yes, I can't. So this thing just was going on my head, was just making my head. I don't know. I'm just saying this, and maybe you guys has experienced that. You can help me as well. That's how I just have to come out. I just have to be vulnerable.
No, thank you so much for sharing.
It's not the money, it's not the money being paid, but the fact that I can't. Doing an MBA.
It's not that.
Yes.
The brain doesn't care. The human nature does not care about any of that stuff. Eventually, it doesn't care. Money, effect of money, both positive and negative, are all short term. They're short term. Yes, sir. We're definitely going to be addressing some of that. Thank you so much, sir. I will drop the link later on if we still have and then maybe you can still come up. But feel free. Let me know if you need to chime in at any point in time. Actually, you can hang out here if you want, sir. Do you want to hang out?
I will just hang.
Okay, all right. Let me talk to Brother Ola real quick. Brother Ola, how are you?
I'm fine, though.
How are you, sir? You did all right?
I did fine, yeah.
All right, awesome.
I see the headline.
Do this when your relationship is falling apart. We didn't get to that topic yet. That's our headline topic. We
No,
didn't
no,
get to that yet.
mean about something depression or something.
Oh, the depression. Okay, yes, we're on that segment. You're right. You have something to share with us regarding
Yeah, I think.
depression.
Yeah, I think people when they, if you did Western world,
Mm-hmm.
they quit that thing they quit they come and the environment where you day, whether it's too cold or your job, homesick, you know, different factors they when they bring these things come.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come as OCD, you know, and look, no, look, yeah, depend on the woman when you marry.
Yes, now I know you're trying to pick your word wisely. Feel free. We will talk. If you
So
need to,
depend on
okay?
the type of woman when you marry. If not the type of woman when like say no, know you deep.
Know your husband, like can.
So
Yes.
if he use you don't need to be you don't need to be educated in this aspect for you to say, okay, this guy is if he use some other charming way to bubble you up. You understand me?
Right.
For you to leave this that situation.
That mood where you did. Yes.
So not be all women go feel handle some of these things. You understand me? Because some of these things, they come in different form, and also depend on the man also. If the man don't be person where they speak out, you just chill. That means you just they try to hide the thing.
So we know you and I know that men also have many reasons why they don't speak out. They bottle things up because they don't want it to be used to shame them later on. The ego part of it, society does not allow men to be as vulnerable as, because of social constructs, So, but let me ask you, sir, if you were in that mode, right, how would you want your wife to come to you? How would you want ideally, in a perfect world, how would you want, if you're going through moment of on and off sadness from time to time, what would be the best thing you can get from your wife?
I would want actually not to aggressively attack me.
Empathy.
They must have to show understanding.
Understanding, empathy. Yes.
Yeah, like hey, because is that what you think? Why you so down like that? It's not good. This kind of something. What I mean, because when you look men, downness can be very deep.
Yes, because at that point he's getting there, because typically men will mask it.
Women talk more better. Women easily voice out anything.
Their expression, their emotional. Right.
Men can be in it, chilling it, try to analyze it. Then at the time, we would like to give it up. Like okay,
yes,
totally. So you have to come in a apathy way. Like you must have to have such to men. You have to come in slow and quiet questioning.
You don't want to be Pastor K would call it. You don't want to be confrontational with men, because men don't want you to. If you're confrontational, he will respond accordingly. But if you understand, men don't want you. They don't see women as confrontational. When they see that, it becomes even more of what you're trying to prevent.
Right.
You got triggered because you see him sad, but then you're confrontational. It gets worse.
Because in Western world, actually, it's just your work and your family, your job. You drive home. Your job. You drive home. You watch TV, or you go out to some. Depends on your age. You understand? Because look, these things depends on the age. Age play a big role in these things also. If you're young, you're more kind of like adventurous. Maybe you're not married. Even you're married, you don't have no children yet. Even you have children, maybe one. So you can just fly out, fly in, But you start growing to like above 45. When some of these systems
starts to kick in. Right.
Women also. There's no really difference between man and the woman. Also, really like with more the aggressive aspect, the women a little bit more, things are more down like that. So age changes in these things. Midlife crisis. Sometimes men don't understand that midlife crisis can also put you
Midlife
to
crisis is
depression.
real.
Yeah, put you to depression. You
It might start. It might start. It might just decide at the age of 47 that he wants to ride a bike.
Yes.
To work
Yes,
every day.
the different things like when I came to this show last time, like at my age now, right? I don't even know I don't even know property anymore. I don't even know. Don't come in for land. Don't come in for anything. Don't just invite me to come and buy anything materialistic. Because I want to be happy.
You're just content being happy.
Yeah, I'm just content. Yeah, what I have is okay. I'm not
Yeah.
taking that to anywhere. It just
Right.
okay. I just want to be happy with my wife. I want to see what the future, just my own future. So,
Right.
so these things are coming with age, and in Western world is deep. But if you like in place like Africa, whereby you be surrounded with friends, so that your network is built differently.
Even if it's not small, smiling and suffering, it goes a long way.
You can see a friend will say, "Oh, but how far now? More do this, more this." So for women, I think they should come very slow and gentle.
They should stroke our ego small.
Oh, okay.
Stroke our egos, but it feels good. We appreciate it. Maybe we should talk more about how much we appreciate it. Maybe that's the issue.
So these things are appreciate. Okay, baby, why you down now? How far? They behave like this. So why you not the smart? You study. You might have the way you chose this. This will be at least
goes a long way.
The eyes get. I'm not talking men that have too many side chick and all these things. So those ones you can never help them, or because
you can't help those ones.
No.
All right,
my brother, I'm just saying the truth.
I hear you now. It's the truth now.
A guy that have too many side chick and all these things. If he's depressed, nobody will help him because his problem is too much. I'm talking about the ones that practice one man, one wife at home. And that's what I'm talking about.
Because those are you're right, because those are the ones I want to talk to. Those are the ones we like to talk to. We're not talking about extreme situation where somebody is a serial cheater who doesn't care about your relationship anyway. We're talking about two people who mean well, but sometimes they just butt head and sometimes end up in divorce. That's the people I want to help. I don't want to help people with extreme situations that they already gave up anyway. They won't listen to me anyway. But hold on tight, but Allah, let me address Tima. Hello.
Hey, hola.
You made your way here today.
Yeah, I know. I came here because of Lola. Sorry, Lola. Okay.
Hold on one second. Tima, hold on. Let me pay a little bill, right? And then we'll move on to then I want to hear you first. We'll take it from there, okay? We'll be right let me see. We'll be right back. All right, great. So Tima, talk to me.
Hey,
I'll talk to her.
Tima.
You want to talk to her?
Don't be jealous, Lola.
Don't be
I
jealous.
won't be.
Don't be jealous, okay?
Don't be
But I
jealous.
gotta
You'll be okay.
Don't worry, I'll cover my face now.
Our beautiful.
Hi, Sister Tima.
I know. Thank you for everything that you are doing for our brother. Yes. There is many sisters at the other side of the world that we really appreciate you, because I know the work is like partnership kind of thing for him to be able to do what he does and for you to be able to do what you do, right? So as a woman to woman, I said to you that we really greatly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Sister Tima. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
So I didn't come from the beginning, but I know that you guys are talking about the mental issue and the
right.
That
so hold tight right there, right? Let me ask her first. I want to see her take, then we'll go around the panel on this next segment here. Okay, what should I do if my wife doesn't love me anymore?
What should you do if your wife don't love you anymore? Did she tell you she doesn't love you anymore, or you're just catching feelings?
Listen, you want me to get into the story right now?
Please get into the story.
She just woke up one day. Shout out to Brother Kidola. She just started to act a Jezebel. She just wanted to be a Jezebel.
She says she's no.
But Allah Kidola, he's right here with us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I've never heard that name before.
Last time we had this conversation, he said, "How can you be in love? How can you be like you love me?" And then 5 years later, that's Jezebel's spirit. That's what he thinks. Okay. But I'm asking you as a lady right now, what should I do if my wife doesn't love me anymore? First of all, does that mean she's a Jezebel? And if depending on your yes or no, what should I do in this? Is this a lost cause? And like what happened? Has she been pretending all along? What's your thoughts?
I think if a woman in the moment says she does not love you, it's in that moment.
It's in that moment.
You need to. What you don't want to do is panic or overreact. Although it's shocking. You're like, what?
Yes.
You don't love me anymore?
As a man, I wake up one day, my wife just randomly say, I don't
love you anymore.
She doesn't love me anymore.
Yeah, I think it's deeper than that. Right. As a man, you want to find out what's going on. Is everything okay? Genuinely, because women can tell if you are faking it. If you're trying to fix. The problem is, most of the time, men want to fix something.
Like right now,
it doesn't work that way.
Like I already apologized.
Kind of embody it. What is going on with you? Talk to me. I'm here for you. If you do that genuinely, she might tell you what the issues are. But if you panic and say, "What do you mean you don't love me anymore?" What, and you start accusing her, you will collect. It just goes down spiraling. But I believe that if a woman comes and say she don't love you and she's not asking for a divorce, it's in a moment. You can't overreact in that moment. You need to dig a little bit deeper. You have to.
Right.
You have to suggest things. What would you like to do? What would you like for me to do for you? Why do we have the issues we have? You have to, because I feel like...
So this is this assumption on your part now that we already have issues. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like she
if
just
your
woke
wife
up
says that she does not love you anymore, that's not just coming from nowhere.
Okay, but to be fair to you, you already said I should find out where that's coming from.
Yes,
it's coming from something. There's no smoke without
fire. You can't just go crazy. How have you been moving? I'm sorry. And when I say this, it seems like we're attacking the men.
No. I have to pay for
that. It's not that. What is going on?
What have I been doing? What does it have to do about me doing something? Anyway, hold on, baby. Let me go to Tima, then I'll go to the brother, see if they're satisfied with your answer. Tima, what's your take on this? What should I do if my wife she just claims she doesn't love me anymore?
Every time that woman tells you something, not every time that they want you to fix it, or they want you to they're not looking for you to fix it. First of all, like Lola said, listen first. Listen to what she's saying. Admit, accept that with her. Like, okay, because if a woman comes to you that they didn't love you anymore, it takes a lot of courage, even for that woman to actually open up to you. And if a woman have that such courage to open up to you, in my opinion, there is a room for improvement, right? But first of all, admit, listen. She might not asking you to do anything or fix anything, really. All she might want from you is for her to just feel like she's heard, she's listened to, and then she's safe, even in that moment. Like I said, it might be a moment thing. You never know, what it is. I mean, again, you as a man, you know the person that you are married to. Make sure that it's not coming from a manipulative world. You know what I mean? Or maybe looking for unnecessary attention. I mean, if you can figure those things out, it's not really easy for a woman to just wake up one day and say, I don't love you anymore. Trust me, it takes a lot of courage to even say that. In most cases, we might show it by behavior, not by words, really. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's up to you. It's not that they are blaming you like, oh, am I the reason why? You might not be the reason. The reason might actually be something that has to do with her or whatever it is.
Right.
That's not really totally all your fault. You know what I mean? But if you overreact, but like Lola said, then it's like, yeah, that's not going to work.
It's not going to work if you overreact. Okay. Let me go to Brother Patrick. Are you satisfied with that answer?
Yeah, the women have really said a lot, and they've made a valid point. Thank you, Sister Lola, and thank you for Tima too. They made a valid point. Yeah. Like they're like they rightly said, you have to really assess the situation. Don't panic.
Yeah. Don't panic. It's a big one.
Yes, see what's going on. You might be going through some things, you know. And you know one thing I've always been telling people, and which I used to, don't just downscore your wife. So
what do you mean by that, sir?
If like for the way I grade my wife, if she does something wrong, I will not scold her for that. I will look at the good things she has done. Even though we're going to talk about it, which she really appreciates.
Right.
If your wife has been so good to you and she now did something wrong, don't just stand on that and say, no. She's human. She's human. A woman that has been so good to you, and she does just one little mistake and you now stand on it and say, man, no. She's your bone of your bone. Yes, the Bible says in the beginning it was not so. So my wife will have done something and with him, maybe I will have this guy. And that's why she keep on loving me. Say, man, you know, my wife said something to me, say, if I can be like you. Because when she's angry, when she reacts, I'll just say, you take things too hard. That word alone will say, what do I mean? You take things, it's not like that. You say, wow, so I'm reacting. And yeah, you don't have to. I know I will not give her one example. Say, you did this, look at that, wow. That she knew that she offended me, but I never reacted. Even though we're going to talk about it, but I will give her time, a situation we can talk about, we can say, no, I'm so sorry. So what I'm saying that if a woman did something bad and she's been so good 90%, don't just react. Right. If you react on that situation, at that moment she might say, man, this man is not it.
Right, because she can't rest on you. You're supposed to, at least in our social construct, be the masculine energies, safety, structure, order. You're supposed to bring those things to the table, and sometimes you need to lean on that, and it's nowhere to be found. So she's obviously going through something to say that. And I think as men, sometimes we think it's our fault already by default. Yes. Maybe because we're so used to everything being our fault.
Your bubble. You know, women,
yes, sir.
Women, they will say, my children are my everything. Am I right, Auntie Lola? Listen, you are included, Lola.
My wife knows better not to say that. She just happened to know better because she's been through. Listen, but you're right. You're right.
Let me tell you. It is implied that my husband is number one.
Right.
She may not say directly.
Right, so that's one of the things we shouldn't overreact to.
Yes. So she's
because the way she's moving, it just seems like she's prioritizing the babies.
No, you are implied because the children will go. It's gonna be you and yes.
It's true.
Yes.
Uncle Patrick.
Uncle Patrick gonna be gone.
Hold on, let me make sure I go around, right? But I bet so divorce, so that's his answer. If your woman say, but Ben, are you sure? Yeah, right. I know how you talk about your wife, so I don't think you mean that. But Ola, are you satisfied? You have anything you wanted to add to that?
I think women have to be very, very careful. If you don't mean it, and you just say it like that, men can go back and sit and start thinking about the word. I don't love you anymore, because men they can discuss it with their friends. You see, men share this a lot with their friends sometimes, some of their best buddies. I say, look, I just woke up this morning. My wife said, oh, you don't love me anymore. And if you try to let the man this kind of attention or something like that, you have to be very, very careful not to
And you
use
now
those
have a
words.
friend like Brother Ben who says, I beg divorce her.
Men, men sometimes can just be studying it and reading it and behaving. Not like they'll be looking first until if they felt, oh, you see, men don't like shaking grounds. You know what I mean? Earthquake for men is just too much. I don't love you anymore can be a very big earthquake for some men. And they can say, okay, I have to be very careful now. This woman, I don't think I have any trust for her anymore. Then he might be preparing himself for another one, you know, that we don't put in the corner. You see, sometimes, sometimes men, sometimes they don't want to be alone sometimes and let that something to come and hit them like an iron in their head. So I think we may have some words that comes out of, there are some words that you can say to shake up the man, to focus on the relationship. I think using divorce can be a very, very dangerous move. No matter how quiet the man is, the man is, or if the man love you or fully love you or something, there's some certain things that women have to be very careful about because men are like, they will go back and start thinking and go deep.
So hold on, no, but hold on, no. I want to go to Sister Tima now. Maybe she can help us here, right? My wife did not say she didn't mean it. She meant it just for that moment, right? If she says she doesn't love you anymore, she's not playing games. That's how she feels in that moment. Is that correct?
Yes, and I'll tell you something. I had a client. No, I have a coworker that told her husband, "I don't love you anymore."
Ouch.
And the husband was like,
I felt it here just now.
The husband was like, I understand. Don't worry. You love me again.
That is a good one.
I'm like, and she said, it's true. Like, that's how I felt in that moment.
That's a good
one. But there's
one.
so many reasons why I love him. And it was right.
But are you aware of what it takes a man to rise to that level where we say, don't worry? Because the way it hits, right?
Yeah, but I told her, I said, you got a great man out there. Like,
yeah, because he can overreact, like what I said, right?
Yeah,
most men will actually overreact. Let me be honest with you.
But he understood it that was in that moment.
That is just that moment. She's going through something. Sister Tima,
and they've been married for 24 years, by the way. 24 years.
They've been together for 24 years.
Yeah, going to 25 this
No wonder. Sister Tima.
Right, yeah. So all this will work, like you said, Ola. All this will not be of a big of a deal if period to that time the marriage is safe, the woman is safe in her marriage, because there are a lot of things that can, words are very powerful, and like Mr. Ola said, don't use it if you don't mean it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So and I agree with that part, but the thing is, if a woman says something like that, what is going to make a difference? How whether or not she's gonna go forward with it or she's gonna reconsider, of making it work again, depends on how she's been feeling so far up to that point. If she has a leverage that she can, like the man look at his wife and say, "Don't worry," that's an assurance. Like, don't worry.
That's an assurance.
It is.
Yeah.
Trust me. And she believed him when he said that. That is very powerful. Because you can say all kind of things all the time. If your action doesn't match your words,
right.
Words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that situation,
it's a good first step in reaction.
Yeah,
it's a good first step.
That will work. Yes, it's about safety for women. If you feel safe enough, there's nothing you cannot say or do. It all depends on how the reaction you are getting, even with and then you have action to back it up. If you say you're gonna do, you know what I mean? It's safety for me, and I'm talking for myself. It's gonna be safety. If my safety is intact, that there's nothing really making me feel like I don't.
Right. If it's just emotional in nature and is able to respond in a way that suits you or that suits that pain in that moment emotionally, it's a great first step, basically.
Yes, that would be the best response really for a very stable man in a marriage to look at his wife, because he knows her that enough to say, hey, don't worry, you will love me again. She will like, okay. And then, and then she received it and she felt it. Of course, now the work is up to her now to see, okay, what can I do to get myself out of the feelings that I'm having temporarily?
Right. Thank you so much. On your coffee break says, it takes a secure man to say that. Yes. Most men will not be able to say that answer because, again, it usually feels, it's not coming out of nowhere, but it usually feels like it's coming out of nowhere. Right? Maybe he hasn't paid attention. He's been oblivious to a lot of things that's going on. He's been busy with his own life. He forgot that that's a lover too. He remembers the homie and the friend, but he forgot that that's a lover. And the woman is at the point where she's done.
In his case, he was oblivious, and he realized
he was oblivious, and he was able to pick that up. Yeah.
Don't worry,
don't worry. Right. And that goes along with, we always talk about the man needs to be the rock. You don't move, but you move. The reality is that you do move because you're a human being. But if you can at least be aware of that when you get hit with crisis, because that question or that statement that I don't love you anymore is crisis, effectively.
It is crisis.
And how you respond to crisis is really the lessons that anybody can take away from taking to their marriage.
If I can add one more thing really quickly,
Please.
It's like in a relationship when there's no competition, again, we are talking about where the wife is devoted to the man and the man is devoted to his wife, right? There's no competition. Right. Where there's competition, are you kidding me? Well, you cannot. Your word will never be enough because there's competition already. If there's no I'm not competing with anybody with you. It's you and I. You got me, I got you. Trust me, the word is always gonna be. And then it will not be difficult for the man to find the word. You know why? Because there's no leverage anywhere else. There's no second something anywhere else. This is my wife here. It's you and her. So the man will be willing to will be willing to do whatever it takes to make call his wife back. Because again, there's no competition. You're good to go.
Right. So and that's why anybody who is listening to this, gentlemen, if you're listening to this, it's a good tip to take away. It's not just about this phrase. It's about any moment where you feel like you got crisis that just how do you say that in English? Like something that just shakes you, that took you off your base,
like an earthquake,
that provokes anxiety in you that came from your wife. How you respond is everything, right? The universe, not just her, expects you to be the masculine energy in that situation. But if you react, if she says, I don't love you anymore, and this is your reaction.
Rapture with it and where you did. Rapture than life me no.
So if you respond like you don't love me anyway, if that's how you respond, then you better mean that one.
Yes, because the universe will agree.
Right. Now you better mean that. But like Tima was saying, that's a good point. If it's a competition, right, then it becomes I must say something back to her that will hurt her just as much. Right? But when you understand that this is not a competition, we're the same team, right? In that position, I hope so. Like I said, it's highly unrealistic to expect a man that has not gone through anything in life to know this.
Yes.
They don't know this. They will react like a normal human being, meaning they will overreact, okay, until they know better. Just letting you know now.
They won't let you know. Who do you think you are? I'll replace you.
You don't love me anymore. Like in the book, nonsense.
Let the poor breathe.
All right. It's lighting up a little bit. There are some words nobody should use, no matter how pissed they are. Well, this is not about pissed. This is not about pissed. I know what you're saying, right? But we're talking only romantic relationships. Okay, I'm only talking romantic relationships only now.
So I think it's saying if you can't back it up, if you don't mean it, don't say it.
That's the. So it's still going back to what Brother Allah said, which is if you don't
but
mean,
women will test you.
Right. If you don't mean you don't love them anymore, don't say it. I agree with that 100%. I do think for most of the time they meant it. That's how they feel in that moment.
In that moment,
they're
it's still
out.
A moment thing. Yeah.
So that cancels out if you don't mean it part. For the most part, there's issues with your marriage. That's what that means. Never mind the words and the semantics or the dictionary meaning of the words.
Right.
There's issue. Effectively, you might not have paid attention, but there's issues with that. But let's even pretend like there's no issues, right? We're talking about your marriage at the end of the day. What would you rather do? In reality, talking about meaning something, would you rather keep it all together and everybody's happy again, or you rather sit down here and be obsessed with, she's wrong for using a word that she doesn't mean? I think you're right.
Well, you're right.
I think you're right, but there's a disconnect from the results you're looking for. What result ideally are you looking for when you overreact? Your overreaction will push you further away from the results you're looking for. Right? Even though you have the right to overreact. Because why should anybody use the words that they don't mean, right?
Yeah.
You have the rights, but you have the rights. There's a big old but. Is the goal to have a right, or you want to keep your home together? A lot of times in life, gentlemen, we know this. We have to pick between right or my results. A lot of time, we have to pick between the two. Like, the results needs to be right. That's the goal. Not that I'm right in this moment. She's right too. If she wasn't right, if she was pretending, she will make it right for you now because, they multiply everything. You know them now, right?
Hey, we multiply love, and if you give us nonsense, we'll give you hell.
Right.
If you give us all the beautiful things in the world, you have heaven.
So it's misplaced for me to be multiplying. If you give me shiggy in the form of you don't love me anymore, I'm not supposed to be multiplying that. Okay, I'm supposed to go back to the drawing table.
Yes.
What did I sow into you?
Yes.
Maybe I'm not aware of it. I'm still right. Maybe I didn't mean it that way, right? But it takes like on your coffee
Sister
set.
Tima, like she said, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with you. We talked
Exactly.
about. Brother talked about midlife crisis. That is real.
Even for women.
Yes.
Sometimes she's going through that.
Well, sometimes spouses they outgrow each other.
Yeah.
Okay, and that competition thing that
somebody was
Sister
going too
Tima
fast
said,
and somebody was too slow. Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
So you just have to pay attention to all that.
Yeah.
You don't want to be defensive when she hasn't said you are the reason why she just don't love you anymore.
You don't want is the defensiveness, like
baby,
it's the
okay?
defensiveness that we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, I've given you the right to react how you deem fit. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think your goal is that you want your results to be right. Yeah. Not that you want to be right now. Because like she said, you're probably already right. It's probably not your fault. For the most part, let me even bust your bubble. It has nothing to do with you because she also has the right and the responsibility to react to life crisis how she deemed fit. But remember, we're talking about your wife, right? So you get to make a choice. In life as men, we're supposed to have foresight. We can see beyond this moment, right? If I get stuck in this moment, absolutely I'm going to overreact to that. Kill me. You don't love me anymore. Why would you say something that you don't mean? Do you want to destroy us? Why would you say stuff like that? Why are you playing with stuff like that, right? As opposed to Kilo Shale, are you okay? Right? Now, again, it just takes a highly secure man. It's almost impossible. But when you've heard this before now, once upon a time, later on in your future, it's going to happen. It won't come in this form of this phrase, right? She's going to bring something to you that looks like crisis. The test is how do you react to when ideally or to typically you will overreact. How would you react in that situation, right? Would you be like, well, we need to tell them the truth, or would you be like, well, this is all about truth, it's funky? Right, at the end of the day. But anybody wanted to add on to that before we go on to the next one?
Bro, you see,
yes.
men are wired differently, the way they express things. If a man tell his wife, I don't love you anymore, he really mean it. And pretty disengaging for that union. But women can say it, oh, it's a moment, but in the head of the man, he
interprets it as you mean it.
So like because when man says, I don't love you, for them is okay. They already have somebody else ask. So you're just disturbing them. For them to open the mouth like, I don't love you. They really okay. Go. They just say go. But it can be because men are not like women. Because women say
move your cable. Hold on to your cable. Your cable is slapping your microphone.
Okay, sorry. Women can say, "Oh, I don't love you anymore." Just at that moment, might be what you're doing is not right. So but when the but for men, when they say, "I don't love you anymore," without what come out of their mouth, they met. They met, and before they even start saying these things, there's other woman somewhere.
Well, here's the thing, Badola. That's why men and women, that's why we're different. You're correct, but we're different. But it's still in our best interest to be aware of these differences and not push against them to our own detriment. You see what I'm saying? You're correct.
Let me
right?
say something, Ola, please.
Yes, sir.
Brola is right, but however, it has to do with maturity.
Yes.
Depend on the way you handle it as a matured man. She has a right to have crisis as well, even though men have their own crisis. Like let me give the situation of people coming to abroad. Even coming near culture shock. People that have been up before, they now start from beginning. It's not easy. It affects both. My wife was a manager in a big car company in Nigeria. She started with the car company. They are the one in charge of Toyota now. The man is a multi-billionaire in Nigeria standard. But she came here to be a nurse. I respect her for that. So if she says something, she may not mean it. It has to do with the way you handle it.
Right.
People might not even tell you before you got a letter of divorce. You know what I mean? So it has to do with maturity.
And when we say she doesn't mean it, it doesn't mean there hasn't been events that led down to that moment. But in that moment, that is a feeling that she meant.
Yes.
I say things that I don't do that anymore. But I've said things that I don't mean ultimately that I'm like, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I was just upset. Right? We've all done that. Yep. So who are we to say women cannot do the same thing or say something that's very upsetting or destructive? Right? You can't pick it up. The reality is that men, we are capable of picking those oral up. It depends on how we move. Like we were just saying, there's nothing out there. The only thing that's out there is a bunch of insecure men. Like I said, most of them will overreact to that statement. It takes a special type of man in that moment to catch himself and say, this is crisis. How I respond in this moment is everything. This is a shit test right now. I am being tested in real life. As opposed to, well, let's check her. Why is she acting like a child? Right? She's your wife acting like a child. That makes that your problem and hers at the same time. You see what I'm saying? We do this at our jobs. When you're a manager,
crisis management,
right?
Oh my God!
When you are a leader at work, you are held responsible for everything that goes wrong in your department. Yeah. Why would it be different in romantic relationships, right? She's responsible. If you left her at home with kids and you travel for work, if something unfortunate happens, she's the leader in that household when those children were there. People will look at what was the mother doing. They will ask her the same question.
The world will judge the mother.
Right? Without saying, well, the child did this, the child was wrong. Nobody's going to care about that. They're going to be like, you were the adult in that situation. You were the leader. Right? And that's the conversation that I want us to be having when it comes to these things, right? She's wrong. I agree. Okay? For saying that word. Yes. But because you are the leader in that context, what went wrong with your organization? What went wrong in your household? You're not going to exonerate yourself from that. That's not how that works. No, what went wrong? What went wrong doesn't mean it's your fault. It doesn't mean it has to be your fault. It just means you are the one we are asking. Wait till they happen for your household.
I mean, Brad Partek even said that. He tells his wife, you take things too hard. If you just recognize that moment, just tell that person, okay, are you okay? What's going on? That empathy goes a long way. I tell you right now that women are looking for empathy from their men. That's all they want in that moment. And if you can give them that, it can take a lot of things down.
Yeah.
Instead of what is this woman talking about?
So I think the brothers are saying that that's heavy.
We all know it's heavy.
I think we all agree that that's heavy.
We agree.
Right? We all of us. I don't think anybody disagree that that's a heavy phrase.
But we also have to see it as a cry for help.
Yeah, it's crisis.
Yeah.
Right? It is effectively your problem. The best thing you can do is don't run away from your problems. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to get to the next level. They will teach you the same thing at work, but somehow we forget that this principles is applicable in our romantic life. It's applicable. In that moment, you're right, she's wrong. She's fallen apart. She's dropped the ball. How dare she get in a position where she will say such words? You're right. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. You're right. Okay? But that's not the solution.
You're right.
You're still in the funk. What are you gonna do about it? Right? Because it could be, we could flip this. It could be the woman. Remember, we're just talking about sad and depressed men?
Right.
And she has to pick up the pieces.
Right.
Imagine if she comes there. We don't appreciate that. She comes there and says, be a man. We don't appreciate when a woman says that. That will kill you more. Right? It's a dance. It's not equal. There's no such thing. It's a dance. We're lifting each other up as a dance. It's never simultaneous. It's not realistic to expect things to be simultaneous. But particularly this question, the answer is, I don't love you anymore. What's up? Talk to me. Whatever language you use, whatever slang you use in your own word. What's up? Talk to me. Right? What was the word you said? The man said, don't worry, you love me again.
I was like, wow,
some form of
your
assurance.
husband.
Before you start to worry about how wrong she is. Remember, I already gave you the right. You're right.
The guy reminded me of you, actually, when she told me the story.
Which one?
The guy reminded me of you. This guy
said,
don't worry, you love me again. I was like, oh.
You love me again. Me, because I fell too before. I did the wrong reaction, but then I practicing the right reaction, and then just do enough of that. She's given. She will love you again because there's nothing in the street. She's just, or unless she's gonna run to other people that will react the same way.
Right.
Let me see. But Ben is here. I know he's came to this topic, so let me address it before we go on to the next segment. But Ben, how far now? How you doing?
Oh, bro, Ben.
I did. My sister, how you doing?
I do. I was listening to your show this morning on my way to work. You were talking about, he was talking about Nina Lowo's wife.
Okay.
And that was very interesting.
And congratulations, she just hit 2,000 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes.
Thank you. Basically, you are doing great, my brother. My sister fine past you, make I talk down myself.
Tell them,
nothing way you could do.
Don't let me send you to Ondo. Ondo is far.
Oh my God.
I'm glad you are both treating this topic. In fact, all your points are valid. But the reason I called in is just to point something out real quick. You see, as humans, we are wired differently. We are wired differently. And that word, no matter how a woman should feel, depending on her husband, coming out and say, I don't love you anymore. We take things differently. For me personally, that's a huge phrase to throw at me. And I'm so glad that I'm married to somebody who knows me very well. I'm a straightforward kind of guy. And I also know my woman to be a straightforward person and someone who says what she means. So that's why I said divorce the first time that I leave a comment. Because I know who I'm married to. In however angry she could be, that would definitely be the last thing she would say. And if she tells me, I don't love you anymore, with all seriousness, I'm going to give her the benefit of doubt, like you have just educated everybody now. I'm going to give her like a week or two still continue what I'm doing, try to make her happy and all that. And if after a week or two, I ask her again and she still insisted that I'm serious, I told you I don't love you anymore. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna throw words around saying, why would you say that, blah blah blah. No, to me that means I should start thinking of resolution. How do we just resolve amicably? Because for me, I love you, and definitely if you are out of love with me, there is no need to force it. The only question I'm going to ask with all seriousness now is this: are you seeing someone? And if peradventure she look to the right or left before she give me an answer, I already know.
You know what time it is.
Yeah,
body language.
We're done. So this is not, I would just advise people that this is not just something you just throw out there because you are angry. Even in the moment, no. It's too heavy to just drop it on a man, especially a faithful man. You know? So for me, no. You can tell me, I hate you right now. You can even tell me, I don't want to see you. You are pissing me off. Look, I will start begging. I will even say, oh yeah, I see my wallet. Money day here, money day here. Whatever you want to buy, anything where you want make I do, you know. But to tell me I don't love you anymore, oh, brother.
So let's circle back to the question. What would you do if your wife says she doesn't love you anymore?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I will
give it to me about 2 sentences. You give her a week or two.
Yeah.
What would you do in that moment? That's what I want to know. Because you see, the first thing you said is where I stuck. I got stuck where the first thing you said. You said, that thing will hit me. That thing, right? I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But we all agree that it will hit us.
Yes.
We've all agreed to that.
Yes.
We all agree that it will shake your world up. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is terribly wrong with your marriage if it ever gets to this point. And all the men here agree that it will, like, that's an attack. That's like you punch me in my guts out of nowhere, right? So we agree to that. So now, since we agree as men that this is like I already said also that most men will overreact to that. However way they do it. There's a way that Owa people do it. There's a way that Okitipupa people do it. There's a way that Igbo people do it. They will overreact to this statement because it will take them out of their base, right? But today we're talking about knowing what we know. We're having a discussion. We're lucky enough to be in a panel where we're discussing this, right? What will be the more appropriate and most productive response to that? That's what we're talking about.
Well,
so let me ask you again. Yeah, go ahead.
You said in that moment, right?
Yes, in that moment. Yes.
Oh, for me, I'm a comedian. If you drop
that's why it's like we stay with him.
If you drop it on me like that, I don't love you anymore. Even you are angry or anything, I go just laugh. I'll tell you where you they go. No love me. Me, I love you. Whatever you want to do, we die here.
We're making the same point.
My first approach. Okay.
Are you aware that doing like that can alleviate whatever she found that can literally lift her all out of that space? So because again, feelings, emotions, right? Are you aware that that's powerful enough to lift her out of that funk, right? I understand that you might start thinking about it over the next 2 weeks. You start what did you say? You said you will start to now worry about resolution, proper resolution.
No, that's right? After 2 weeks. They try to make her happy. But, you know.
So in that moment is what we're talking about, because in that moment a lot of us destroy things further by the way we react.
I agree with that. For me, I'm a very sarcastic person, and sometimes it takes a lot before you even get me angry. You know, even at work, anywhere, among my friends, everybody knows me. It takes a lot to get me angry, because when I'm angry, forget Ondo mode we set in. So whatever you are saying, it doesn't make no sense again. So my first approach to everything is to de-escalate it. You know, You para, you they jump up and down. I'll just make a fun of it. Sometimes, you know, I've been with my wife 20 years plus. We don't fight tire. But the thing is, our fight don't even last. I don't think we ever have a fight that lasted 3 days. You know, they even have to save. Because I go chop, you go, food must dey
Yes,
house.
life is happening.
Now, whatever we are fighting about, if food no dey house, now that time you won't make the fight turn to something else. But as far as there is food, no, forget. So in that moment, if you tell me I don't even love you anymore, I will just joke about it honestly. I just be like, okay, which babolowo you don't find? Let me pack your load. Make them give me my share. No worry, you don't love me, I agree. But that is just it in that moment. But if after a week or two, she was damn serious about it, and then she started showing signs that she has really made up her mind. No fight, oh. Me self, I don't begin go get my U-Haul box with that, or I go Walmart, go buy my box, begin put my things inside. No, at America we did. I know they fight anybody, you know.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but that's just it for me, Mr. Ola. Again,
Thank you
my
so
sister,
much.
thank you for supporting my brother Gary. In fact, I need to send a message to you.
Hang out.
Ben, let me round up the fight, go Ola.
Oh, you're leaving? We have a couple more to touch now. Why are you leaving?
An elderly wisdom. You know, my mother-in-law died at 96.
Wow.
Okay.
I know she stayed with us in the state for about 2.5 years. Yes. I know, Mama, when me and my wife are into it, without even telling her, she will know.
Oh, yeah, because she knows,
yes.
of course.
You know, we are now around, we talk. Mama, you know, with the experience now, you are living with an elderly woman. You know what the woman usually say? We say, Patrick, firewear Mora.
Yes. Proper Yoruba woman.
Yeah. You know what? Let me speak it in, say it in. That is, embrace your wife.
Embrace your wife. Yes.
You know, my wife went to work one day. Mama called me and gave me wisdom on how to deal with women.
Right. I think you told us a story before where you were just trying to do shalaye. You were just going in and doing like, and my wife is like, you go shalaye time.
Explain, because no evidence.
Brother Ben, firewear more radio.
Yes, so firewear more.
You see the lie saying yes, so. If she loves you.
No, it's true because the truth is that, like I keep telling people, they multiply everything.
Yes.
So it's already unfair. That balance thing, like she should be adult too, it's a false premise. You need to be the man that you want to be as a man. And just understand that whatever you give to her, provided she's not evil, just straight evil person from a hell, right? Whatever you give to her, she multiply.
Allah, you have said it all.
Yeah.
Ben, you are blessed. Allah, you are blessed. I am blessed.
We are blessed, though. We are blessed.
They are not evil. When you see an evil woman, she will have planned a game.
Oh, you will know now. You to go.
Don't even have to come in. Lord, can I testify to that?
You won't have to go to Canada to collect shege. You collect shege in the middle of Ondo State.
So, if she's not evil, Allah, you have said it all. You have said it all. She really loves you. For even saying that I don't love you. Invariably, she's saying she loves you. Why misbehaving like
exactly? Why do you feel the need to tell me? You are still here.
You're still here. You didn't pack your load and leave. That's true.
Why you not go and do but you still there with her?
Uncle Patrick, don't start to.
Thank you, brother Patrick. Let's move on to the other segment. I'll be right back. Anyway, we are back. My husband, I'm gonna ask you, babe. My husband gets mad at the smallest things. Can a marriage survive anger issues?
Wow.
I don't know. If you were getting mad at me at the smallest things, I don't think I'll be healed.
I don't even get mad at you yet. Sometimes
no,
you can just smell that I'm a little moody and
when it comes in the eyes of my husband, I like to be the baby girl all the time.
Hey,
I do. I'm a daddy's girl. I like, for my husband to hold me and cuddle me, just like Brad Patrick said.
Somebody just heard that you said you have daddy issues.
Issues, I'm my
Somebody
dad.
just said you have daddy issues. You said you're a daddy's girl, so
I don't have
you want to be a baby girl for life.
Well, I'm your baby. You're supposed to put Famimora. You cannot just be. When a man is just angry all the time, it's like the heart is shaking.
Yeah.
The effect on the house is not good.
Now, is it possible that he's just angry in that moment, but you interpret it as he's angry all the time?
You said he gets mad at the smallest thing.
That's true. It's like it's very short.
He's short.
He has
short temper. No, I can't handle that. I'm sorry.
You know what, Ola?
Yes, Tima. Yes.
One of my therapist told me a long time ago when I was in the initial stage of what I was doing. He said to me, he was like, if you know, like, can you deal with this kind of the same situation
over and over
if nothing changed, right? Like, if nothing changed, can you see yourself actually thrive if everything stay the same? Listen, that was like a hot button for me. Like, there's no way I want to live my next another year like that. Not even think of 5 or 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So the person kind of come to the individual person in that relationship. Right? Again, we have, as a woman or a man, we all have different strength.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where the strength of one woman, where it starts, is where the other one ends. Or where one ends, right?
Thank you.
So it's really.
So you can move. So you're saying move on. Don't move, like go and find another woman that start their strength from your own.
Exactly. Like, we our strength, there's a diversity in the women's strength. Okay, it's not the same. So what I would take, somebody else will not take it, right?
Fact.
What somebody else would take, I might not be able to take it. When people come to me and they are saying this or that, I always like to start from there. Like, please, whatever I'm telling you, understand that we don't have the same strength. Okay, but that doesn't mean that we cannot build upon whatever we have. Because every single one of us, we all have our internal battery that some women never tap into that ever, because there's nothing making them so uncomfortable to that point.
Right. They're not trying to survive.
Yes.
Yeah, flight kind of people.
Yeah. So if you have a man that is tonkara, that man will not be for me.
Only don't call
Not for me either. Not for me. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that man will not be for me. I don't pray for such man. I don't pray to raise a son like Tomama Kara like that. You know what I mean? So again, it's up to the person in the situation. You know how, if you understand how it make you feel, can you really truly continue to feel that way for the rest of your life if you're willing to talk it in with this person? And it's really scary when you talk like that with people. Like, so what do you want me to do? To leave? Well, I mean, that would be your decision. I'm not going to tell you to
That's
leave.
That's up to you.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we don't tell people what to do.
We don't tell.
We just show them.
But if a man is is that way with his wife, can you imagine how it will be towards his kids? Even the kids will be scared.
It's probably because sometimes when a woman says that, it's not even directly at her. She's just watching how it's snappy all around the house.
All over the house. Everybody's
because if
running for cover.
Even me as a man, if you're snappy at the kid at any point in the moment, I catch it. I feel it. So the way sometimes I may come in and say Kilon Shele. I try to solve the issue, right?
Because go and rest.
I really probably should go and rest and face my own business. But you know, like how much more a woman, right?
Yeah, no, you tell me to go and rest. Like,
like I tell you to go and rest.
We want to do everything at once. Like, if I come into my house and I know I left the
I could say
house,
that you're stressed out.
I'm stressed out. Like, oh my god, everywhere is filthy.
Yeah,
you're like, babe, you don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah, I got you. I got them.
Yeah, like I got you. Right. I got the boys.
Yeah. So now the real, before I go on to Brother Patrick, Brother Ola. Actually, I'll go to Brother Ola first. Before I go on to Brother Ola first, I want to ask you a question, Tima. Right? What should a woman do first if she's asking this question right now for the first time? What should she do first if she, based off of her own interpretation of what's going on, she feels like her husband gets mad, it's snappy, it's short, it just seems like he's snapping at everything in the house? What should he do first?
So, first of all, she needs to ask herself, how is that making her feel? How is that making me feel? Like, and then what is the coping mechanism that's been using, or is she still working or it's not working? Can she continue to use the same coping mechanism while she find another avenue to kind of bring everything to the table with him and say, honey, you know, like this,
oh my god. Wait, hold on.
That's too much funny.
Let's go to Brother Kidola. Brother Ola, are you there?
He's about to shake the table.
So if a woman comes here and says, Esa, you're snappy, you're short. What's your take on this topic, I beg?
I think the you see, different things cause men to be moody. I mean, you know, moodiness sometimes come from fear. Sometimes, you know, men sometimes have fear. You know, if you're in a long relationship, like 20 years, let's say from 15 years or 10 years, or 20 years or something down those after 10 years or 10. So you start having as times go by, depends on your situation, your mental state. You understand? So the woman have to find, this is not the man I'm married to. What is going on with this guy? Sometimes some conditions might change. You see, sometimes people don't talk about I could hear that lady speaking that you say it is not suitable for me, but sometimes it's not this guy's fault. Sometimes things change, you know, situations change. It can be past trauma that is not pumping out. You know, you're not with him.
Therapy.
You know, yeah. There's a therapy that might help. So sometimes when you have too much comfortability, sometimes then some past trauma started pumping out of your childhood. It's not that marriage. It have nothing to do with the marriage.
Right.
It just have something to do something that happened when you was a little boy, or when you was.
Are you suggesting that somebody's daughter should worry about our past trauma?
Yeah. If you marry somebody from a polygamous home and you don't know what is the situation at that time in that polygamous home that he might be keeping, or he might not even dealt with it, because at that point of his life, he's just surviving. Then the later part of his life, you know, when he's feeling more comfortable, this might just turn up. That might come, you know, you will see changes in him. He might just, you know, have this mood swing and changing, become aggressive or whatever you want to talk about.
So the changes now is that he seems angry all the time in the house.
Yeah. That was a things. Different factors can occur.
That cause that.
You know? Yes, for men, fear is one of them. Fear of unknown is one of them. He just get panicked. You understand me? He just get panicked. Sometimes what we don't deal with is mental issue. OCD might even pump out of it also. You understand me? So when this started pumping out of this guy, so what do we have to discover first? What is going on with this guy? Yeah, it might not suit towards your life that you dream of at that time, but yeah, this way you cannot just forget a guy of about 20 years or 15 years that you have children together. So then you have to offer him the help what is his problem, first of all? What
right. Assess the situation at least first.
Assess the situation. Then you might
which is what Tima is trying to do when she said Konrasa. You see, put on notice.
you have to really as a woman, you have to really if it's not aggressive, if not turning to be aggressive,
right? If it's not a crazy situation,
you have to hug this guy heavily.
So you have to be his mama, basically.
You're suggesting he has to be that. The truth is that we do see you as mothers.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying men have to. At least women sometimes when into their own problem, men sometimes hug. So you have to really, if he trusts you enough, right? He trusts. I'm talking about if he's into you, I really trust you enough. You have to, drag him close to you. If to play mother role at that moment he get better, you have to do that. Then you start seeing me start opening up to you, babe. I don't know why I'm scared. I don't know. I don't understand what is going on with me. Then I say women have a very powerful touch. It's okay. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? You see, the man will now learn how to reset his brain again. You understand me? Men work with brain, and when that brain is not in the right position, forget it. He will freak out like a wounded lion. And things are not being done in time, this guy will roll for a very long time. Until finally we just
nice one. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, hold on. You're dropping off?
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm going to bed, but it's late.
Okay, no problem. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, let's go to Brother Ben first. Brother Ben, what's your take on this topic? On your coffee break, says some men need to remain in their mama's house for life. Being the head of the house, not joke.
He's shaking the table.
What's your take on this?
So,
my God,
Mr. Ola, if I get you correctly, you are asking what a woman should do.
No, I'm asking, can a marriage survive anger issues? That's actually the actual question.
Hey. Why should somebody marry an angry bird?
Voila.
Voila. Are you seeing the angry bird?
Oh my days, you are more worried to your long.
Sola. Look, you are talking about somebody who is an irritable man or irritable woman. Why should we? This is why I said this all the time, that before you marry someone, you have to see them angry. You need to know how this person reacts when he is pissed. In fact, I tell younger ones that even no matter how sweet is your boyfriend or girlfriend, before you marry her, do something deliberately to see how they react when they are angry. Now, if you are talking about somebody who is a perpetual angry man or woman, you can't. I'm sorry, I don't know how that marriage will work.
You don't go work.
I don't see how it's gonna work, because
I don't see it too. If it's perpetual, I don't see it too.
Hey. In the world we live now, that when you leave your house, you go to work, people piss you off, you can't do nothing. Where do you think that man is gonna vet his anger, a woman, when she comes back? No. It's a complete no from me. The marriage cannot work because there will be no room to even chat, to even throw banter at each other and laugh about it.
Yeah.
No. It can't work. That's just my own 1 cent too. And if anybody is in that kind of relationship, I don't even see the amount of anger management that can kill somebody who is a born angry bird. Right. No.
I think people. I'm sorry, but Ben, I think those people, and they're called sadists. You know, there are some people that are always angry.
No,
there are some people like that. Well, not necessarily that. It could be the marriage that actually put them in that position.
Exactly.
Right? Not the sadists like you're talking about, like people who are stank. People who are stank all the time. There's those, but there's also people that marriage is just, when they're inside that thing, they're just always angry after
therapy.
a while.
Okay.
Look, let me share one small story with you. One time, a friend of ours, when we were having boys hangout, who we have already blacklisted him as Mr. Angry Man. Yes, we call him Angry Lion. Everything he flares up. One time we were at the bar, we were just chilling and we were talking about issues. This guy confessed that in the middle of Kerewa, his woman annoys him and he jumped up. He slapped her. I'm like, what?
Wow.
In the middle of Kerewa,
Oh my God.
the
That is
paradise
terrible.
of all enjoyment. You still find room to be mad. I told my
No,
Igbo friend,
man.
Maybe he wasn't enjoying it.
I told them, I know they follow this guy go anywhere. Anytime we they go club, the guy they go, me I know they go. Because this person that can, when he is in that paradise, that honey pot, he dey angry. This one go break bottle when we dey club for America now.
Yes,
I don't
so
go village. So
Yes, so
to be honest, that marriage cannot work. Oh, any woman will find themselves married to that type of person. I pray God help their ministry. Oh,
now one
all
chance.
right. Thank you,
that's my
Brother Ben. Thank you, Brother Ben. Let me go to Brother Patrick. Brother Patrick, sir.
Now one chance.
Hey, Allah.
Yes, sir.
That thing is so deep, oh.
Oh, deep, Abby.
It's so deep. Let me give you a life story. You know, one of my friends, the father was like that. Everybody was always scared.
Everybody's scared around the house.
So when this guy offend or when he does something, the man is going to lock him in and beat him. People will be knocking the door. This man will not. By the time the guy will come out, his eyes will be swollen. You know what happened? That was misunderstanding between the man and this guy's mom. The mom moved out. Bro, you know what happened? Me and my friend went to see the mom in the new building. We had just come, we saw the dad. So is your mom at home? Say yes, at home. We thought maybe she wants to go to reconcile. You know, this man went to pie the woman.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's very.
That's crazy.
Luckily, he went with the cutlass.
Oh.
Luckily, the woman survived it, but he lost her hands.
Of course.
He lost her hands.
What about the trauma gone self? Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's not that deep. Oh my God.
The depth of the anger. I will never forget that thing.
Yeah, life is not that deep. Oh God.
So to show the depth of the anger, but no, you can't. In fact, carry the national news then. Hola, in Nigeria, it was in the national news. Everybody thought the woman was gone. They tried at a good orthopedic. I cannot forget. Before the woman died, all this thing was on her body, on her forehead. So that was an extent of an anger.
Yes, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
the answer is very clear now. The reality, the answer is a marriage cannot survive anger issues. But that's not a solution. We're just stating a fact here that it can survive. If you find yourself where you're wondering, like if you're already thinking this is anger issues, you must seek help. Don't continue like that because it can't survive. If it's quote unquote survive, you will traumatize each other. You will wound each other.
The kids?
The kids will become the worst of our society because obviously they will learn bad behavior directly and indirectly. You know, so no, it's not something that is normal. That's the whole point of this question. It's not normal. Don't normalize it. You stop everything you're doing. You seek help. You go for help. If you were talking about your husband, you need to. If he's probably not going to see that anything is wrong with him, you need to go to therapy. Go to therapy yourself so you can learn how
That's why me and Sister Tima said no. We are not dealing with that. I beg.
Yeah.
What? That's nuts.
Yeah. Let's round.
We're not for that.
Soft life, baby girls for life.
Even when I talk with my wife will say your voice is too better low it down.
Exactly. How much more?
Now fire
How much more? Anyway, let's tackle one last one. I'll be right back.
All right.
you know. But yes, we're back. So, babe, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn, and then we'll go to Sister Tima, and then we'll go to Brother Bet, and then we'll round up with Brother Patrick for today. What should a person do when their marriage is falling apart?
What should a person do when their marriage is falling apart? Mm-hmm. I guess I would say maybe look for the root cause analysis.
Root for the root cause.
Yeah.
Do a root cause analysis. My wife is speaking English. Wait, hold on.
Root cause analysis on what is going on.
No, look for root cause. The root cause analysis is what you do to root for root cause.
Okay. Potato potata. Root cause analysis.
She said do a root cause analysis.
Yes. Okay, what's going on?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what else do you do?
Yeah.
Get to the root of it. Your marriage is not falling apart for no reason. There's always a reason behind it.
Right.
And you know, and I hate to say this. Most men will say, "Oh, I didn't see it coming." That's scam.
We don't see it coming.
Please, the woman has been complaining since 10 years ago, and now she's done. I mean, yeah, you have to pay attention to the signs.
No, you have to also believe us. We don't see it coming. Okay?
You don't see it coming. When a woman says that she's not happy in her marriage right now, let's go to counseling. Most of the time, men don't respond. They're like, what is she talking about?
Yeah, because
I didn't do anything wrong.
You could count on me. Why should we go and waste $400?
Can you imagine?
On some white man telling us, a white man is going to tell you not to submit to me. So what are you talking about?
And these are the issues.
What was it? So you are.
They don't feel safe to communicate to you.
And now
they're
I can do bad
therapy.
all by myself. So you're the one responsible for breaking our family apart. Talk to me now. What's the issue? Let's handle it now.
The fact is, I'm tired of talking about the issue. When I was talking, you weren't listening. Now I'm done. I want to
listen.
I want to. It's too late.
What?
That's the real. That's the real. When the marriage is falling apart, one person already gave up, and the other person is like, "Hey, what did I do?" And most of the time, we should all sit down and reflect.
For the other person to say, "What did I do?" To not tell them what they did, since they are listening now.
No, that's the consequences of not listening. And I say this because men are quick to say, run to the courts to go file divorce. I would tell you for a fact that before a woman gives up, she has tried everything. And she can't give anymore, and that's why she's out. Do you agree with that?
What do you say?
When women talk, men will say women are nagging. Then they don't want to listen. And then when the woman say, I'm done, I'm out, then they feel like the rug is pulled up from underneath of them.
Let's go back to the actual question. What should a person do when their marriage is falling apart? What was your answer?
The root cause analysis.
Okay, do a root cause analysis. Get to that's a don't
find out
assess things.
Why something
don't
is
be
happening.
too quick to respond or to act or assess things. But let me go to Sister Tima. Sister Tima, you did it.
Wait, Sister Tima is not there.
She's here. She's here.
Oh, I don't see her. Oh, okay, I see you now.
I'm looking at both of you demonstration. That's a good demonstration of how like the men will turn the deaf ear, then you keep talking, and then
they'll gaslight you.
For real, and then when you are done talking, now they want to listen. It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. But at the end of the day, whether or not your marriage is gonna survive whatever it is, and I mean whatever it is, infidelity, child outside the think of the worst case scenario, right?
Worst case.
It's gonna take both of you. So at the end of the day, it's like, especially for men, when you are claiming the leadership part of the relationship, you have to come with your A game. Seek help personally for yourself. So even if you don't know how to go about it, I think it would be really helpful if individually everybody go and seek for their own personal
right, if it's that bad.
Therapy.
If the other person is not coming, then you need to just do what you have to do.
Yes. So if one of you is not give the same strength into it, it's not gonna it might not work. It won't work.
Right.
Let me put it that way. It takes two of you to do individual work, and then you do the unified work. That whatever it takes to make it work.
Yeah, but what if the other person is not interested in making it work? Because, for example, I have a good example for you. You're pregnant. While you were pregnant, your husband went ahead and had an old child on you, and you've been dealing with that for years, and you just can't move past that, and you want to get out, and the man is like, just forgive me now.
Why all these extreme examples?
They're not extreme.
They're not
Have
extreme.
a baby on you?
Yes.
It's not extreme. That's what. Let me tell you. I have somebody. I have someone in the same situation right now. Like, I'm not lying. It's not
actually
extreme.
common.
No, of course it's common. Of course it's common.
But I think it's up to the woman. Like, if you know that it's not gonna, whatever it is, you won't be able to look past it. Don't even, just continue going. Just get out like that. Keep going.
Right.
Do not let anyone sweet talk you. If the action is not, you see, action is bigger than anything else, than what you say. Whoa. If your action is not bold and clear and concise, if you are not feeling it, and you know that you are not getting what you need, it's pointless to just keep hanging in that continuous and trigger each other back and forth. It doesn't make sense that way. Just keep walking.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me just ask Brother Ben this question, right? So he can add on to his own take on this topic. Obas Agbatutu. What a name! That's a fantastic Yoruba name, Agbatutu. Is that a Yoruba name? Obas Agbatutu. Anyway, what happens if one party is in diaspora, unable to sit down and talk it out? If you can add that to your submission on this topic, Brother Ben.
Okay, so let me get the question straight. You say, what can two people do if their marriage is packing up?
No, what should a person do when their marriage is falling apart? So one person feels like my marriage is falling apart. What should they do first?
Okay, whoever feels like the marriage is falling apart, I think that person, it all depends if the person wants to still hold on to the marriage. And like we all know, it takes two to tango. So if a marriage is going to be fixed, both parties has to be ready to fix it and make it work.
Right.
So, but if one party, which most time, and it vary though, but sometimes women are the one who want to still hold on to the marriage, believing that it's going to work. And sometimes there are some men with exceptions that still believe, okay, this marriage can work. But in my own personal opinion, if one party is striving to make the marriage work and the other one, in his mind, in his action, he's already gone, there's no need to fight for it. Just let it go. Because whatever led to the marriage being at that stage that they were in, so far both parties are not willing to mend their ways and work together. Even if they resolve it at the moment, that issue will still come back again. It will come back again. And so my advice is, I know it's painful. The marriage you built over the years, when you see that the thing don't scatter, it's painful to let it go. But your life, your mental health, everything comes first.
Number one, yes.
So,
absolutely.
And one of the things, I'm a strong advocate of the fact that don't be with somebody who don't want you. That's my own principle. Don't be with somebody who don't want you. Yes. My thing is, you want me, I want you. This together. But if you are already out there and I'm still hanging on, something terrible will happen. And that's why we're having all these couples buying themselves up and down when someone don't want to let go. So anyone in this position, please just let go. God will bring.
No, letting go is the best chance of bringing that marriage back together, if it's meant to be. If you don't let go first, you're probably just pulling together what's already bad, obviously,
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So
now, what happens if one party is in the diaspora, unable to sit down and talk it out? What do you say to that person who's long distance? Long distance is another layer of problem. So
it is.
I don't like long distance. Please.
Me neither, Sister Tima. I can't.
Nobody likes it. It's circumstantial now.
I can't
try.
try.
Don't want any circumstantial. Let whoever in Cotonou stay in Cotonou. Whoever in Ghana, let them stay in Ghana. I'm not doing that.
They have 50 kids together now.
Me and Sister Tima will just relate.
They have 50 kids together. It's somebody, they wanted a better life. Somebody went to jackpot. The other person stay. And now they have issues.
We jackpot together, Neo.
Sister Tima, the vessel. My sister, you collect breakfast before.
Yay!
I did. Uncle Ben, I did. You see, I have zero patience with all that long distance. I mean, really, I need somebody to hold me, take care of me. I take care of you. Be in my face. Let me be in your face. Yes. That long distance is too much headache. Like, really, what are we doing? No.
I think so. No. I think we should say that loud and loud enough, because some people actually do try to normalize the long distance.
It doesn't work, in my opinion.
Unless it's a circumstantial situation, it should be avoided. Go ahead, Abra Ben.
See, long distance takes special grace of God to make it work, and I add special to it because it's really got to be something exceptional. Me myself, as I follow you talk now, thank God say I know the market again. If I'm still in the market, I don't see myself as one of those people that will say I have somebody I want to marry is in Nigeria. No, I won't sign up for that. It's not gonna work.
Not even if they're more feminine than people in the Yankee.
Not only feminine,
feminine. You mean they are pretending to be feminine?
Look. Let me just share one little personal details with you. My wife was in US for 5 years before I relocated to meet her.
Wow.
And when she came to US, we were in our final year. After our exam, she just traveled. Make her no lie to you, honestly speaking. The moment I saw her to MMA, me and my friend, we actually escorted her when she was traveling. The moment she entered plane, go like this, I don't already zero my mind. Saying, this one.
You're single.
You're
single instantly.
I don't enter streets. I won't lie. But then, when she hold on and we keep communicating, talking, we talk a lot, and it almost feel as if she didn't travel because we were both down to earth. Even me and my wife, most time we don't speak English. Now broken. Then
is she Yoruba person?
My wife is Delta Igbo. All those
Delta Igbo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after 2 years, and she came back, we got married, everything. Although we have our first baby between that 2 years, and she came back, we got married, she went back, and then she's the one who is visiting Nigeria on multiple occasions. In fact, she actually carried my second baby pregnancy from Nigeria back to US again, plus the one we have. It took us 5 years before I finally joined her. And it's one of the things I cherish so much about her, because to be honest, I am not the faithful one in the relationship. Make I no lie. I did Nigeria, you know how Nigeria be. And I owe money.
Tell us now.
You know, when you did Nigeria, you owe money, you are a big boy. You know how things will be.
Yeah.
But honestly, she's the one who make it work. For me, I'm not signing up for any long distance nonsense. So I won't. In fact, because if we are in long distance, forget FaceTime. If I do FaceTime himself, I'm not looking at your face. I'm looking at the background of the house. Who walk past? If fly pass your back, you will explain that fly. So it's not for me, honestly speaking. I'm just being realistic, Sister Lola. Honestly, it's not for me. I don't get that kind of patient. I'm a Dagobo Eruni. I'm a
Know thyself, people.
Okay.
So instead of looking at your wife, instead of doing video bulala with your wife, you go just look background. Whose shadow is that?
I'm telling you, that's why I said it takes special grace of God and exceptional people. You know, every time I talk about my wife, I'm so proud of her. She's just like completely different me. I won't try. Even right
You're so
now,
lucky.
if it a day, forget religion or anything. Even something happens there, I want to marry. I no go try and lie. Either you fly. If you want follow Mexico, enter US, come meet me. Come, make I see you one-on-one before we marry. I ain't doing that long distance BSO.
Wow.
I can't they sell you money, you carry my money, they give another guy. You want to take hypertension, kill me? Which kind of nonsense with that? Bro, like, just leave me for this table, Jerry.
All right. So in a situation where it's circumstantial, let's say your case now, like your wife, right? You and your wife, and and there's been issues. You guys argue for the most part when you're on the phone. There's no shadows in the background, so there's nobody in the background. So, but you are arguing all the time, right? And you're not feeling concerned, right? What would you do to sort out the situation? Because you guys are not able to sit down and talk. You couldn't go to therapy together, even if you agreed, right? What would you do, or what would you advise?
No, we're still gonna talk about it. Everything is still conversation.
On
but
FaceTime.
this time around, the conversation has to be a deliberate and intentional conversation with respect, understanding, and of course, element of trust. Okay, no shouting, no use of some flimsy languages. It's a matter.
So I have a tricky question for you. What if she tends to shout out you in that conversation? You're the one you're trying not to do that, but she tends to. Once she gets triggered, or she call it, you gaslight me.
No.
Right? What would you do?
She can shout and do all that. I'm still going to remain there. I'm not shouting back. We're not going to do that back and forth, hollering at each other. We are not hearing each other. No,
right.
That's
Good.
not the way to go. If one is blowing hot, the other person has to be calm and cool. And then we go back. Me, I'm stubborn. If I'm talking about something and you flare up, women do that a lot. Sister Lola self can testify. The women, when they don't want to agree with you, they go spark, they go do all the. Me, I not go follow you spark.
You know what I like that you just did?
Do nothing.
You know what I like that you just did? You said you're stubborn, but you didn't make it equal to shouting. That's very important. Like, know what, me, I'm more coconuted. I'll go there, we did here, right? But once you get it out, we'll get back to the conversation so that we can have the conversation.
God bless you, Mr. Ola. We continue again. By the time you flare up like 2-3 times, only you say go calm down.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Thank you so much, Brother Ben. I appreciate you for being
You're
here
welcome,
today.
My brother.
I appreciate you.
If you do live or anything like that on your platform, let me know. Invite me, or so we can do it. And you're welcome to come here anytime. All right.
Thank you, my bro. I appreciate it. Mrs. Talola,
all right.
No worry, I go. Now you go make me enter New York. I be no one come down the area before, but because of you, I go bring NSC, can't give you. Not Brola too stubborn like me. So
he doesn't drink.
Ondo is far. All
right, thank you very much for having me.
I need to ask Brother Ben.
Yeah.
Brother Ben, have you ever heard this adage that says that Ondo Lagidi? Have you ever heard that before?
Oh, every time they tell me all the time now.
My husband has never heard it.
My mother-in-law triggered me with that.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
I was like, what?
I was triggered. What year was that? That was like 2013 or 12 or something like that.
Oh, it's a common
She said
thing.
it. I was like, killing me. I didn't. At that point, I'd never heard it before.
Even people on social media, my followers, sometimes. Once we argue like they will be like, "Hey, Mr. Bear, Alagidi Oshi,
I just wanted to know. I'm glad he has heard it before. I told him, I said, babe, why are you reacting? Like, it's normal. People say that all the time.
Me, I was triggered though. I'll leave it about. Anyway, even though I showed Agidi.
Thank
all
you,
right,
sir.
Brother Ben, talk soon.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, yes, sir, Brother Patrick, sir.
Wow, wonderful panel.
Wonderful panel, absolutely.
Sister Chima, Brother Ben,
Brother Ola,
Sister Lola, and Brother Ola as well. Wow.
Yep.
I've learned a lot tonight.
Yes, sir.
You guys are wonderful, I must confess.
We've learned a lot from you, Brother Patrick. You're like the elder.
Patrick's the OG.
You're the OG.
Yes.
I love where you come in all the time with the maturity. It's amazing.
Thank you
You
very
know,
much,
you know
my
what?
sister.
I'm sorry, Uncle Patrick. I want to say this before you leave, if you guys permit me to say so.
No, go ahead.
Remember was it yesterday that I was chatting on your platform, telling you about the guy that I went for a brief date and I had to leave because he was asking
Right, for body count.
Okay.
For your body
So now I
count.
want to,
Yeah.
okay, now, right, Lola, hey, my sister, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me. This was a blind date. I had no idea who this guy was. I mean, I'm just stepping myself into it. I'm not really like, just for the practice
You're
of it.
not dating like that yet. You just
No,
wanted
I'm
to.
not. Yeah, I'm not. But again, you have to start somewhere. And then every now and then,
Yes,
whatever,
put
it
yourself out
doesn't
there.
hurt.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never know, right? So, so it was a complete, total blind date. He flew in from another state to where I am, right? Which is commendable, right? And then when I go to the restaurant, of course, I've never seen you before. I have no idea how it looks like, and I kind of telling the person that set us up, say, you wear this and that, this and that. So I went inside, and when I got there, we saw each other, right? I mean, when you see somebody for the first time, I walk up to the table where he was sitting down. I expected him to stand up. Am I asking for too much?
As a gentleman.
Right? Okay.
That's proper. That's proper. That's
Etiquette.
I'm supposed to be excited for meeting you.
Thank
right.
you. Exactly.
I will be excited. I will meet you at the door. As a matter of
right?
fact, if I'm already seated, then I will meet you as you are coming towards the table. I will meet you and then grab the chair for you.
I've been. It's been so long. I've been in this dating world, so I want you all to please help me out here. So,
so this same person had the audacity to ask you for your body count.
Calm down, guys. Make we get there now.
Continue. Please.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just to fast forward, the second thing that he did. So I stood there, and he was sitting. He said never shake your hand where you are sitting down, kind of thing. So the fact that he didn't stand up, I didn't even try to extend my hand out to say hello, whatever. But then I give him a sign like, "Are you gonna pull the chair out for me or not? Because I ain't pulling this chair today. Like, sir." Are you going to get up and pull? I didn't say it in word, but I say it with my action because I was just
right. You just like
and he said, excuse my bad behavior. I was just get caught up with your look. I said, yeah, you're right. Okay. So and then he pulled the chair, and then slowly for surely, he started very slowly about, in fact, you didn't look like someone who is, I forgot the word that he used. Like, I'm not sexually rampant. I forgot the word that he used, right? Which is kind of like
you're not for the streets. You're well put together.
Yes, something like that. Like, in my mind, like, boy, I'm 47 years old. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and telling you what I'm rampant on. Like, that would never be your business. You're getting too comfortable.
So he was slowly getting in there, like,
yes, like so, slowly.
At some point, maybe you tell me the number.
Right. So in that way, I kind of feel like, what's really if this was gonna be really important to you, kind of thing, like. But again, in my mind, I was trying to think like, I think you're getting too comfortable too soon, kind of thing, because I mean, you're seeing me for the first time, like, you don't even know me like that, So, and then he said, will you be offended if I ask you, these are things that happen these days, and people were asking about this body count, this and that. Boy, I was gonna choke. Like I said, I was literally gonna choke on my audacity of you. Are you kidding me? I told him, I
said, wait. Did you say this?
Are you stupid? Are you a crazy person? You not mad? You know me before? Who be this one? Who the are you?
That guy is a lame.
I was saying that in my head.
You are saying that in your head. He probably was like,
in my head.
I knew it. She's masculine. I knew it.
You know what I do? I said, listen, I think this is how far I'll be able to go. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Really, I really wish. I have to go. I couldn't.
That's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
This is upside down. No.
About how old would you say this person was?
He's 52. He's not that old, right?
No, but 52 is too old to be asking for body count. Are you mad?
Right? That's so lame.
Thank you. He's 50. That's like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Nah. Yeah. That was what happened. I was like, no,
What's your
I'm not
body
ready for
count?
this.
What is your business, sir? I would have asked him that.
What's your body count? Probably 0. There's a lot of them out there, by the way.
What's your business?
Oh, Lord.
Why are you so upset with how decent of a woman is? Because I think that's what I get from it. Like, he's so into, like, if you are really, like, are you decent? Kind of thing. Like, are you, like...
Then also, if you don't know that it's already offensive when you say, are you going to be offended?
Don't ask.
Right? Right? What do you mean? Wait, pause. I'm already offended. What do you mean am I going to be offended? What do you... Do I look like somebody who gets offended easily, or you're about to say something stupid?
That's what I told him. I said, it all depends what you're about to say. If you know... Take your time. It all depends. And then
52 years old is not wise. This 52
right?
years old.
No, there are many of them.
Of course.
I'm not putting manosphere now. They're everywhere.
I cannot. I asked him, listen, I said, that was initial, like in the first part, I said, because he's a widower. Is that gonna be a widower, right?
Oh, yeah.
Widower, yeah.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, so what have you been doing for like maybe 2.5 years, going to 3 years now? So, and I asked him, I said, what have you been doing in remembrance of your wife? This woman have 3 kids for him, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what have you been doing as a remembrance for your wife, for your late wife,
Mm-hmm.
This man cannot give me a concrete answer. I'm like, yep, no, I'm not doing it. I mean,
did you eat the meal?
I didn't finish it. This man will not let me finish my food.
In peace.
Let me eat in peace.
She won't let you finish your meal in peace.
I tried. I couldn't.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Brother Patrick. Thank you for the story, Sister Tima.
Yeah.
Thank you for
God.
sharing that with us, Sister Tima.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I really respect you because you are a smart lady, intelligent, and you are a woman of valor.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you know him from the beginning and you back up immediately. You don't need anybody to tell you who he is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you guys navigate or do your dating this time around. My small sister was telling me about a friend. My sister has been here for more than 50 years in the US.
Wow.
So one of the friends in her 70s, in her late 60s, so the husband died. So after some years, she wants to remarry. The man she was dating, what happened? They are millionaires. I don't want to mention them here. It was even the children, the family of the deceased husband that stood for her and said, "This is our mama. You can't mess up with this woman. If not for the fact that they are elderly, if not for this woman love you, she won't say she won't want to get married again. She was with the husband, our brother. We are standing as the in-law for her. You can see that kind of respect. They just, they did it, in a big place in Lagos, in Lekki. The family were there to do it. People that said to show a kind of respect. If your man should enter plane and come and meet you and ask you that kind of question, who does that?
Yeah, thank you. I don't know who does that. I cannot.
So often I will set another day. We'll cover that topic, the whole body count thing.
Yeah.
And so what? You are dealing with a matured man. You guys are mature. You don't even have to go there.
Right?
That's not relevant.
Yeah.
That's not
If you can't, I can tell just in interaction with a lady. Within 30 minutes, I can tell whatever information I'm looking for with the body count, I can tell already. I don't need to ask an explicit question to get an explicit number. You're probably going to get... The reason why the topic came up was Brittany Renner. 35 body count.
Who's their business?
You know,
It's my business. Are you for real?
So I now said Britney Renner is probably 65 and they bought into 35. She's probably 65 body count already, but you will buy into 35 because you are lame enough to get stuck on numbers. You can't pick it up yourself unless somebody tell you an explicit number. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
You know that this guy Bongo Sikwe, maybe you guys know him.
Yes. Bongo Sikwe. I know that.
I don't know who that is.
That guy.
Legendary. He sang a song that tell me imagine a maternity ward. I'm just gonna say that. So why are you asking a matured woman?
It doesn't make any sense.
Emotional intelligence.
Zero.
Exactly. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. That's what I said.
Straight.
All I know is talking about that emotional intelligence.
Yes, so that's what this is about.
The person that set us up, she said, he's been, because I told the person, I said, please do not give my number out until I'm comfortable to give my number out myself. Like if you ever, So she was telling me, he was disturbing him, like he really feel bad, he wants to apologize. I said, listen, first of all, I'm too old for all the I'm too old. I feel too old for all this play game.
Sister Tima, you're not old at 47, no.
No, you're not. But I'm talking about my tolerance.
Too old for the lobbish. Like Chie said for the lobbish. Too old for no time and patience for lobbish.
So childish kind of thing. I don't have time for it. Yes, sir.
You are a smart lady. Take your time to evaluate the man even before he comes.
There's no rush now anyway, so
yes, exactly. No rush. Take your time to evaluate the man. Talk to him on the phone. Get to know him.
You know? Because you can. That blind date thing. Yeah, I would probably do away with it.
Are you talking about the same person or another guy?
I'm talking about more subsequently. I'm saying.
Yeah, we're talking subsequently now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because that guy is written off, man.
Yeah. You could do phone call. Then next you can whenever you're comfortable, you can take it up to FaceTime if you want to, and then you feel that vibe. You can feel the energy. You don't like you said. You don't have time for nonsense. So
right.
That it takes a lot for you to dress up and show up, and you can't because you will know if somebody even. Let me even shock you. There might be some guys that won't pull out the chair for you, but the vibe you already have with it, you already like them. You feel like you've known them all your life. By the time you're showing up, and when you do that, you already know that how you joke, how you banter. We might even joke around with you with that. Like you're not coming into full surprise. I think nowadays, especially, it's kind of too dangerous to do that full surprise thing. I think it's fun to an extent. They do the sweet dating thing. They do all this different thing, but even studies shows that the best and the longest of relationships comes from word of mouth. People friends and family that introduce you.
Yeah. Especially at the age that we're now. I ain't going dating app anything. I'm too lazy for that. Sure.
The dating app thing.
So swipe left and right.
It's over. It's just it's over.
I can't relate to.
It's overrated. It's just a bunch of. It's a bunch of.
That's serious.
It's illusion of options. You're swiping of a bunch of people that are not serious or they're not capable. They're not capable of loving you the way that you deserve to be loved too. Right. But Aben says, I think Sister Tima is an extremely beautiful lady, and the guy was having all kinds of imagination in his head. If that was the case, it would be better.
You'll be surprised. A lot of men are like, she's too beautiful not to have body count. There's some people are so local.
She's 47. Are you mad?
All right.
Body count 0 near this.
Oh my God! I couldn't handle it. It was too much for me.
Your coffee break says we the family reject him.
Yes,
we reject him. Thank you.
He's cancelled
already. You're protected.
You don't break the table with this story.
I just want to know what to do. I want to make sure I didn't overreact and I trust my instinct.
No, you are good.
No.
He's for the streets.
No, he's for the streets. Absolutely.
I want to be judged on the big day, so that the man will not be asking me what body camera.
Can I ask him for Apache for body count? Another angle. Jesus.
Me and Lola of us we want to be there on the wedding day. So
yes, so
I bet don't go with those. Don't go with
Yeah,
those lame guys.
we will make that a conversation here. I will set that up. You know, the body count thing. Yeah, because the conversation is huge. There are deep reasons why lame men are obsessed with this information.
Oh wow!
Absolutely.
You know,
and then I see no reason why a woman feel the need to explain their sexual life with anyone really other than the person like you are comfortable with.
Me as a man, if I'm interested in you, right? In fact, I want that information to be in the cooler for me.
Exactly.
I want to find out in a special way. I'm not interested in that. I'm having a good time, and if I'm not having a good time, me too. Don't exit before we get to this question about body count.
Right.
So it's there's volume to it's telltale signs of so many things that can go wrong in the future.
The guy is not matured, man.
He's not mature at all.
Okpo 52, 65, sir. Okpo.
It's your right. If you don't want to share your body count, that's your right. It's your business.
Share it to who?
No, we even talked about Brittany Redner. My concern because we did that. There's another video that we'll drop later about the Brittany Redner situation. The thing that I found more appalling about the video is not the 35 number. It's the fact that she's willing to say that out loud.
Yes.
That is more of the issue than the number.
Why?
Right?
That is like a red flag for me. Why do you feel the need to want to throw that out? Like, who asked you?
The woman is already red flag, and you should have picked that up before she's telling you it's 35, which she's lying to you, by the way. It's probably more like 65.
Wait, is the 35 supposed to be good?
Who cares?
Oh, God. I don't understand these people.
Listen, I'm a man.
I don't understand
I'm a man. If you tell me 35, you will mess my brains up. I don't need that information, even if you're a good woman.
You multiply it, you'll be like,
Me, I'm going to assume it's 105 already. If you are willing to tell me 35, right? But the issue here is this men who are obsessed, especially the men that are overreacting to this young lady. You are more of the problem because you're giving her unnecessary attention, and this is how you give women who are for the streets attention, and then you come back and then you start crying that somebody show you shaggy.
That guy is
Sorry, Jerry. Sorry.
I don't understand this generation, Ola.
Me too.
But Paddy is just following along with us. Say, I'm here, Sha. Well, but Patrick, the principles are the same from times being. Some of the best books are books that were written 100 years ago, including the Bible. All of the principles is in there. There's nothing new, but Patrick, these people push against what is, and then they collect, and then they will come and tell us that we don't understand them. We understand you. You don't understand yourself. There's always been Olosho. Is one of the oldest profession in the world. Why are you surprised that some girls are for the streets on Instagram? Why are you all obsessed about that? Oh, it's just everywhere. We need to hold them accountable. You see, you sound stupid.
They are angry because those girls don't want them. That's the issue.
That's the issue now.
Haters.
Love is not a calculus. That's what I tell my son.
Love is calculus.
It's not a calculus.
It's not though. It's not though.
Let me make you know my son when he was in high school, said it on the family. Say, I want to on Valentine's Day. I want to talk to a guy, and she's gonna say yes. I said, okay. She said, good luck.
Good luck.
We asked her after. I said, how did you go? She said, yes. I said, good. So 3 weeks after, I said, how are you going with a girlfriend? She said, we broke up. I said, good.
He shock you.
Love is not a calculus. You think you are smart. Because I'm an American, I can talk to any girl in school. They love me.
They love me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they broke up and laughed. The love is not a calculus.
Welcome to the real world, man. Welcome to the real world.
Well, you guys have said a lot about the question, especially.
Yes, the question, sir.
Brother
What should a person do when their marriage is falling apart? I want to get yours and then we'll round off.
Yes, you have to be proactive. Yes. If you flunk out of the school.
Siraj, what are you doing?
Atitima. Okay, she muted already. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, you know, if you know that you are flunking out of your school, they will serve you this thing, man. Your grade wasn't good the last time, and you want to. That's how they do it in American university. They want to brace up. You are below the grades, and if you know already, you have to do the necessary things. Call an attention, you know, and like Brent said, if your partner is not into it, and you did everything, you know, it takes two to tango.
Right. At some point, you have to look at yourself.
That. Like I just said, love is not a statistic. It's not a calculus.
It's not calculus.
It's not. It's so deep.
Yeah, it's
and
deeper
there's
than
no smoke without fire.
Numbers. Yeah.
There's no smoke without fire.
You might not see the fire yet, but there's fire.
Yes, like I said before, in the beginning it was not so.
Yeah.
Yes. So that means you have a lot of work to do, and you know, even in court, they still give people benefit of doubt.
Yes, now. If there's doubt, the case is not over.
Yes. Yeah. They will say, can they give them a chance if they can reconcile?
Yeah, mediation.
They do all types of mediation things. It's coconut head, they won't listen. They won't listen.
It's not left to you. If you don't pay attention to it, just like now, like we are in diaspora, when you have kids that are growing up in your house, and all you do is to work 24 hours because you want to pay bill, you chop with when it remains. When the children grow up, that's the facts. When the children grow up, you don't pay attention to them, they are gone.
That's it.
Yes, you need to pay attention.
And you can't reverse, you can't come back.
You can't.
Even my teenagers, I'm like, those years are gone when they were
babies.
Up
so fast.
4, 5, 6, running around, they're gone. You know?
I got 2 offers. I have to stay because of my son.
Yeah.
I got 2 wonderful. I have to stay because of my wishes. It has paid me for staying. Especially when it comes to men and the women too. You need to talk to them. You have to be there so that they will not make bad choices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it applies. You have to be. Money is not everything. So that if you are not there now, you don't want to be there with them in your rehab in the future.
Yeah.
It's real.
When they're into drugs, so that will not be our portion.
Amen. No.
So it applies to marriage too. When you know there's issue, you know, step down, step up. Like my job, the president of the job resigned, saying he wants to be with his family. Yes. Yeah. So what is worth doing is worth doing well.
Yes.
I agree.
Quality. Thank you so much, sir.
Quality time.
Of course, you know you're welcome here anytime.
Yes, sir.
You know this. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
We need all the wisdom.
I enjoyed good seeing you, Lola.
Yes, sir. Nice seeing you too.
Yes,
I see you all the time.
Every month, anytime we're doing this session with her.
You don't see me, but I see you on Auntie Obodo's show. So
wow,
I always see you.
Lola is welcome, sir. Lola is my body now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy. Take it easy.
I am.
Yeah, take it easy.
You made us laugh.
Thank you.
Don't worry. We are ready. I want to see you physically. I like you. I tell you.
Thank you so much.
I really respect you. You know.
Thank you.
You are full of wisdom. Don't let one. No, I'm jealous. So.
Yes, Sister Tima is all love here. Of course.
I was mad. Who be that man? They put my sister to that.
I know.
Yeah, man. With the body.
I know, right?
I need your 52.
I know.
Olago give her we go link now.
Yes, soon. Just so you guys know, we're gonna be doing events. It's gonna be more than an opportunity. We're not gonna get stuck on YouTube. We're gonna do events. So please
let's
out for that, please.
We your top members go read there.
Yes, sir.
Pay for our hotel, enter plane, come there now.
So we will come.
Yes, so we've done it with other businesses in the past. People fly from all over the world, but we're gonna bring it back where people will come to the city, New York City, or here in New Jersey, we'll do something, and then we'll spend a weekend together to, because I think it's much more. We have to remove ourselves from the internet and do something tangible,
right?
To put a stamp on all the work we're doing.
For that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, sir. We'll talk soon, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a good weekend.
All right. So, Tima, let me have your last word.
Yeah.
You really added. Anytime you come, you had a lot of value. So don't be a stranger.
You bring a lot of flavor.
I gain a lot. I gain a lot from here. So like, I had in my head like anytime I have the chance, I will ask you about it just to make sure that again, I even before I got married, I never dated like that. I'm not even a dated person. My generation was so different before the internet and all that.
So different.
So now I'm just taking my time. But anyway, it takes two to make it work. It takes both of you. And the equation not necessarily that's going to be balanced. Like
it's not simultaneous, but it takes two eventually at some point.
So it might be too heavy on this side today and too light. So you just have to kind of juggle it. And again, please be with who like you and you like the person. You see that part. That
yes,
part.
Sir, that part. That part.
That is real, and it's one of the things that I am really particular about now. Like, I'm not really crazily seeking out for people. I'm really good as a person. I am, but like, if you have to like me, please, there must something about me that you just like that, whatever that is. And I have to be able to do the same thing for you. There must something about you I have to really like beyond like couple
beyond
and all
surface
that,
level nonsense, like body count.
And then if you have a good relationship with people, I'm not even talking about romantic relationship. I'm talking about maybe siblings or whatever. You know what
colleagues
it feels like.
at work. Yes,
you know what it feels like to like your sibling and your sibling like you back. You know what that feels like. So it's the same energy, like. So there's nothing. It has
if you
to
start
be
hearing things like "I'll keep to myself," I don't really. If you start hearing stuff like that,
run.
I'm not really out there like that. I just like to.
I'm out.
And then for us to be open-minded, we have to be open-minded.
Yes, we do.
So that we can grow from wherever stage that we find each other. You know what I mean? Because again, growth is going to happen whether we like it or not. And when it's happening, to please just recognize it and applaud it and not see it as, oh, now she's growing wings, or oh, now it's all that. Not to see in a negative light, but to support each other. Because growth can be very strange, really, if you really don't. And then a lot of people don't know what to do with growth because it's so new to them, even themselves, right? And not know how to handle it, or sometimes they misbehave here and there, and to just sit for what it is, like there's nothing intimidating or competition or all of that. Just be settled in and settle into yourself. Get to know yourself, really. Like, I'm knowing me. I want you to do the same. That way our communication will be flow, and then we don't take anything too personal. There's a lot of things that goes into that, but mainly individual work is very necessary. Without anybody. Don't wait on somebody tell you, oh, you need to do this. As an adult, please, you don't need, come on, go within yourself. If something, I have to say something loud to myself, like, ooh, girl, you gotta, that is not acceptable. You gotta be willing to take yourself out of your comfort zone every now and then and reassess. That is the kind of person that again, if you're gonna lead me, I said to somebody one time, like, I don't mind. I need a man that's gonna lead me. Okay, and that has nothing to do with my strength. My strength is my strength.
Right.
And I know my
yes.
strength. You understand what I mean? But at the same time, if we're gonna be in the same space and relationship, come with your A game of your leadership skill, okay? And if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna have to look at your record. How are you leading yourself, really? How you doing that for yourself, Because again, if you don't do well with yourself, honey, I ain't handing over my life to you. No, there's no way.
That's
I
right.
ain't doing that.
Right, because if you don't feel safe and secure,
that's right.
Yeah.
you know,
That's
it will backfire. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
It will backfire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Sister Tima.
Thank you so much. I
Nice
appreciate
having
you. Thank you for always supporting the platform.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk soon. All right, that was an awesome session.
That was awesome.
Listen, if you're listening to me and you're part of the panel this today, please make it a date every month for the Lola and Ola monthly segment that we do like this. You know, it elevates the conversation when we can have a panel like this, you know, and just talk it out, rub minds, different perspectives. But Ola, make it a date. We want your perspectives as well.
Bring a balance. It brings a balance.
So because if we don't pull from all angles of the perspectives, that becomes the blind spot that people are suffering from when it comes to relationships, you know. So yeah, you have a last word with
my own last word is real out there. Burnout is real, guys, because I keep hearing the stories about people depressed, people are working to pay bills. Please, let's all be living our best life. Please, you know, have a good supportive community, people that make you laugh, people that care for you, not just your money, you know. Have a good and family is important, you know. Take care of yourself, your mental health. Me, I won't stop preaching about this mental health because it's a new thing in our era now. It's like very popular. A lot of people are going through it. Even my job, they suggested to us we have to take the, you know, we have to take the course. We have to know when to take time out because it's real. It's real. And the economy is crazy right
even
now.
The corporate world recognizes it.
Yes, it's a big deal. So please take care of yourself and love yourself, please.
Yeah.
Love yourself very, very well.
All right, thank you so much. For me, my last word is this, okay? We need your help. We need your help. Okay?
Let me help your old one.
This book has been out there for 5 years, okay?
Wow, it's
but
been
we
5
need
years.
it's been 2018. Is that 5 years? 6.
Wait, that's 6 so.
6 years. You know?
Wow, how time flies.
So, and here's what I need your help with, right? For this particular book itself, right? Again, it's been out there, but we can definitely do a better job. Hold on 1 second. Let me just find this real quick. We can do a better job with regards to review. We need to get some reviews on it, okay? So what we're doing, we're working on something. We're gonna do a campaign that will start on October 13th. Okay. First of all, we're doing the pre-launch of this. Hold this up, babe.
Yeah, number one red flag.
All right, we're doing a pre-launch of this. So, as a matter of fact, you'll be able to access the book, not the PDF. Okay, the PDF. I'll tell you the real secret. Okay. The PDF is something we use. Hold on 1 second. Let me just give my marriage back. I'm trying to look for this one now. See, because we don't have a review, we don't have enough reviews on it. It's not showing up quick enough.
It's not coming up
on the search engines of Amazon. Okay, so we need your help on this right away for the Get My Marriage Back one, just to help us. Okay, the book is I think this one is about $20 or less. You know.
Wait, for the hard copy?
The hard copy is $25 or less. It should be.
And the Audible?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The hard copy is showing up as $27. Okay. I like the hard copy personally, but you can get the paperback is $17. Okay. So what we need precisely is reviews. We need lots of reviews. So even if you've gotten the audiobook, just have it, you know, and buy it, and to support, number one, because it shows up on the algorithms. Okay, it helps the algorithms on Amazon to show up in other places as well. So I'm trying to look for how many reviews we have on this one, so I can tell. I'm just being real with you. We need your help on this one. 7. We can do better than that, right? So if you're watching this, it's called Get My Marriage Back. Let me see if I can drop the link into the chat right now. Right? So it's called Get My Marriage Back. by Lola and Ola. If you search it, it comes right up. It's been up there forever. I know I've always promoted the free, at lolaandola.com PDF, but we just use that to generate leads. We need, but we need your support, okay? To go get this one. It's already available, right?
What about the audio? For people who love to listen to
right. So we have quite a few people here who have taken the time to take the audio. Chinye, Natu, and a couple of other people have done the audio,
okay.
Right? So, but even if you have the audio, I think you can leave reviews.
I think so.
Yeah. What we want is the reviews. We just want tons of reviews up there, okay? Reviews, okay? I don't care if it's positive or negative, as long as it's authentic and real, right? Reviews. We went through it recently. We cleaned it up. There were quite a few typos in there, right? So we actually cleaned it up, in terms of typos and stuff.
Right.
And we even, we made it. Then we made the hard copy available. For me personally, I'm going to keep encouraging people to do hard copy. Ever since I've been experiencing hard copy, I don't know if I can go back again.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's just different. It's prestige,
It is different. Yeah.
Yeah, but the paperback is available for $10 less if that's what you can avoid. But what we want, did that thing show? It didn't show.
What?
Let me see.
The link didn't show?
I might need to go post it directly.
It showed, isn't that it?
No, that's it showed. Okay, it showed.
www.amazon.com/.
Okay, it showed. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So that's the link to the book on our. So that's one. Okay. Now for this one, we're gonna need your help with this. This is the new one. It's not yet available. It will be available for pre-order. What that means is that you can actually access it. I think we're gonna make it. You can actually access it. We're gonna do pre-launch, pre-party, almost 3 months ahead of the actual launch. We actually have the actual launch party along with a praise party going on December 30 here in New Jersey. But this will be available to you by October 13th through Amazon. Okay, not through the free PDF. It's available. So, but not the audiobook. But again, the audiobook momentarily after that, we're working on that right now. We're in the middle of recording that right now.
Yeah.
So it probably will be ready for then. I think we'll try to make it. We'll rush it. We'll make it available. The audiobook.
We won't rush it, but you'll be.
Not rush it that way.
Time.
I didn't mean rush. As in like we'll be on time is what I meant.
Yes.
We don't rush this stuff. So this one will be available October 13th. Now here's the thing with this one. Okay, I'm setting up a Kickstarter campaign. Okay, where you can choose to buy one, which is probably what most people would do. Okay, but we want to encourage that you buy. We're gonna have packages of 5 for cheaper. The price you will pay packages of 5, packages of 10, packages of 20, right? Which will also come with certain goodies if you decide to buy in packages like that. Oh, there will be 2 as well. 1, 2, 5, 10, 20. If you want to invest in what we're doing, right? So, and then, why you buy multiples? Because the more places we can get this book, the better. You give it to friends. You can even ask the friend to give you $10 for it. That's fine if you want to do that. I don't care, right? It's not for resale, but I don't care. Okay?
Gift it out.
Gift it out. Give it to someone. If you have a group of friends that are single and they want to learn about what it is, we have stories for days in this book. Okay, so all of the concepts you hear me talk about, your coffee break says, wow, you did audio yourself, great voice.
Really?
This is the 5th book in
Yeah.
our library, so
Audiobooks.
we always do audiobooks
I
because
love
I
audiobooks.
appreciate audiobooks.
I
so,
love audiobooks too. It's so easy.
I would hate that I want to read a book and there's no audiobook.
Right.
But I also encourage something these days. I say people should have the text. If you want, it's a hack. Okay, this is a hack. If you want the content to retain faster in your head, in your life, you want to internalize it even faster, here's a hack. I do it myself. Even the newest book I'm reading, the same thing. You get either the Kindle or we have Kindle as well, of course. You get the Kindle and you're reading the Kindle as well as listening to it at the same time, right? Okay, that's a hack to get it to register even better. Okay, and then it also allows you to pay attention as opposed to you are listening and you're phasing in and out because audiobook, we tend to do that. We're listening to it, we're phasing in and out.
You're driving, you're doing
your attention
things.
is drifting back and forth. Your kids, you can also do that as like your second, third time of reading it, right? But like your first time or that particular one time you pick to read it, you actually focus and you focus your attention on one, and you make sure you complete one chapter at any point in time. Right. Don't stop a chapter in between, right? We do that a lot. Don't do that. Don't finish a chapter before you say, okay, I will continue tomorrow. Make it a point to do that, okay? So those are 2 hacks that I want to definitely recommend to you. So again, we're going to have a Kickstarter campaign where we will be shipping this to you from us directly as opposed to from Amazon, okay? Where you'll be able to order 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 package, right? For yourself to give to other people. Maybe you have a ministry in church and you want to give it to them. This was forwarded by my pastor, okay? So it's not Bible stuff, right? There's no, but they are biblical principles, right? A lot of it are. But we also feel like in this time and age, people have seen the Bible finish. You get it? You get it? We don't see the Bible finish. The Bible is a beautiful, complete book, in my opinion.
Yep. Full of
but
nice
we don't
stories.
see them finish. You get it?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
No, don't forget about it. Don't forget about it, right? The point is that, right, whenever you quote a Bible scripture, most people tune out.
Yeah, because it
almost
has been bastardized.
It's not intentional. It's not intentional. Okay? It's not intentional necessarily. They just tune out because it's been bastardized. Because see finish is not your mate. It shows up in every area of life. I still think there are many places where you can quote Bible to support a point and stuff like that. But even oftentimes, some people will actually start listening to the way you interpreted that Bible scripture, and they disagree with your interpretation, and they completely lose the message you're trying to actually land. Right?
Because they're stuck.
Yeah. Is that thing making noise?
That's what I just
Please,
heard.
baby, help me switch it off. Thank you. I don't know why it's coming up suddenly, randomly. We're rounding up right now. But so, please be on the lookout for that, for those campaigns. We're going to need your support. We need your help to make this happen. I can't do it without the Prestige family. I'm just being straight up honest with you, okay? But for every single one of you that decide to support, will go a long way in helping us spread the word with what we're doing here, okay? Yes. So thank you so much. Tonya, hello Tonya. Tonya says, nice one, Ola and Lola. Hello. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
It's been real.
All right, I think we answered that. It's called Get My Marriage Back. The second one is called Number One Red Flag, but we'll promote it. We'll promote that while we're in the middle of that campaign to help us make it happen. Thank you. All right, I think T-Love was talking about probation. It seems some folks need relationship probation too. Because He's talking
about Sister Tima's.
Yeah. I really enjoyed
horrible
today.
blinding.
I really had a good time today. All right.
I'm glad.
All right, thank you so
awesome.
much.
I had a great time too.
So if you help us with this, maybe we can get Lola to be here every day.
What do
get
you
her
mean?
off our side gig that she's busy with.
Man must also.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.